yebazibwa abooluganda kutuuka nga weegomba okuwulira omuntu atuuza. Aleluya abooluganda.
Yesu yekubo kyeki temulwanira mu mmotoka
kasubiza miliyoni zange 5.
Leka
mbadde ndoota ng'omusajja agenda zinsasula
leka nawe
nawogala
bya birooto.
twabukadde butaano abayi temulwanira mu
nagambye ogyemu abantu abo
okuba bwatunula kazama
bali babadde mu takisi boogera tyani asasula balokole ku nguudo baba baleekana ne mu kibuga baba baleekana mu takisi nga lukoleera olwo ate ekiro nga bawoola ani abasasula oba nebo bavuma tebayiga ffe terya tusasula tuba tusitula Yesu waggulu tetujja kusirika kimanye ffe tuzitula Yesu kati mukola kyabalokole tuyimusa Yesu abaana bamukama tusitula Yesu mukola kyabalokole tuyimusa Yesu amulekana tusitula Yesu buzanya abasasula tuyimusa Yesu waffe situla tuyimusa Yesu situla mukama tusitula Yesu kuba batumusitula tuyimusa Yesu ng'ebizimba bibula tusitula Yesu Yesu wamusitula Yesu ng'emirimu tufuna tusitula Yesu mukola kyabalokole tuyimusa Yesu abaana bamukama tusitula Yesu wangamba otya okusirika nga toyinza kumponya balala twali ku bitanda ng'ensi twagisibula nga n'entana mwasima Yesu ye yatuwonya balala emmotoka zeefuula ne tuvaayo nga tutemya n'abalala sirimu yabasena Yesu ye yabawonya oŋŋamba otya okusirika nga ze mumanye yamponya mukola kyabalokole tuyimusa Yesu abaana bamukama tusitula Yesu mukola kyabalokole tuyimusa Yesu amulekana tusitula Yesu buzanya abasasula tuyimusa Yesu waffe situla tuyimusa Yesu situla mukama tusitula Yesu kuba betumusitula tuyimusa Yesu ng'ebizimba bibula tusitula Yesu Yesu wamusitula Yesu ng'emirimu tufuna tusitula Yesu mukola kyabalokole tuyimusa Yesu abaana bamukama tusitula Yesu mulokola situla Yesu waggulu n'emikwano gye gimwetamwa bamutuma n'amanya munalwekozo olw'enneeyisa gye yeeyisa bwe bateesa bakumpanye boosi gwakolera agamba omusaala gumala twamala eminitu mansule pawulagira mu gomesi wamma ayambala obubi ng'abalala naawe oba mumanyi gwasitula bwe bagamba tugende mu kilabu tuzine kola sula mu kkanisa ng'asaba bavumera yeesitula mukama wamma situla mukama kati mukola kyabalokole tuyimusa Yesu waffe tusitula Yesu kale situla tuyimusa Yesu waffe erinnya lya mukama tusitula Yesu waffe Katonda mulamu feka tusabe nga bwe museka situla bekiruma kibalume kuba betumusitula ng'abalwadde bawona kyekitubuliza enjiri baabo mu malwaliro makomera enjogere zikutuke
NTV, turning on your world. Sometimes children have amazing ideas, but they can lead to tough stains. And for tough stains, there's new Omo Fast Action. Its super fast cleaning technology removes stains fast. New Omo, no one removes tough stains faster.
Bwana Yesu akugamba akomawodi.
Teeka ng'omulimu gwe bweru.
2AM comes your way at 10 p.m. hosted by the most high-rated hosts, Frank.
Bawala bagamba kishe twagala okufungirwa naye baggayo abo tebali serious.
We're confident this will be a smooth ride into our English news bulletin.
Nembala yirire. You are candidates for Hague.
Katukome wotani.
Sights and Sounds is brought to you.
We went to the movies. I forgot my wallet, but my brother sent me money.
I pretended not to notice.
Every day was a celebration.
Sights and Sounds is brought to you.
We went to the movies. I forgot my wallet, but my brother sent me money.
I pretended not to notice.
Every day was a celebration.
NTV, turning on your world.
Olunaku lwakubiri era nga lweruguddewo ekitundu ekyokubiri eky'omwaka 2014 1 July oba lumu olw'omwezi ogw'omusanvu. Mbaniriza nnyo eno ye NTV akawungezi. Nze Farida Nakazibwe kansooke mbaloze ku mitwe emikulu. Bannayuganda babiri batugumbuddwa e China, 5 balindiridde kalabba, 53 bali mu makomera.
Tulira obulumi mu mutima. Ekyali ekigendeerwa si kyenfunye. Kigendeerwa kyali nti omwana agenze kukola abe bulungi. Era n'abamutwala batusuubiza nti agenze kukola.
Eyasimattusa obudde Kuwait alunyumya aluddira yagenda ku kyeyo. 5 abaanunuddwa batuuka nkya.
Kasita mu kugobawo efamily yaffe nayimirirawo etya.
KCC ekoze okulabula okusembayo abaasenga okumpi n'oluguudo lw'eggaali y'omukka balagiddwa okulwamuka. Songa omuzungu yasonze emmundu mu Munnayuganda akwatiddwa. Emmundu yabadde nayo mu bukyamu. Nkwaniriza nnyo oli ku NTV akawungezi. Nze Farida Nakazibwe. Tutandise ne bannayuganda babiri abaatirimbuddwa mu ggwanga lya China. Bano basingisibwa emisango gy'okukusa ebiragalalagala nga enjaga. Ministry y'ensonga ez'ebweru w'eggwanga etegeezezza nti abattiddwa ye Omar Damulira eyattibwa nga 21 omwezi ogwokutaano ne Ham Andrew Ngobi eyattibwa nga 24 omwezi gwe twakakomekkereza eggulo. Kitegeerekeseera nti bannayuganda abalala 5 mu ssaza ly'e Guangdong balindiridde kuttibwa so nga abalala 53 bali mu makomera ag'enjawulo. Omwogezi wa Ministry y'ensonga ez'ebweru w'eggwanga Fred Opolot agamba nti gavumenti yakuyamba kubenganda okuzza evvu ly'abattiddwa.
As government we are aware of the executions, but ultimately this goes as a warning to most Ugandans. It's not just China. There are quite a number of countries in the world who are extremely strict, very stringent laws in as far as drug trafficking is concerned, and Ugandans must be aware of this. There was an appeal for the stay of executions, but unfortunately it was not successful. The ministry is guiding or helping the families in as far as repatriating the ashes of their loved ones.
Ye Fred Opolot ayogerera Ministry y'ensonga ez'ebweru w'eggwanga. Bannayuganda basoba mu 100 be bali mu makomera mu ggwanga ly'Abawarabu erya Kuwait ku nsonga ezeekuusa ku kuyingirayo mu bukyamu saako abadduka ku mirimu nga bakulusanyizibwa kyokka ne baddamu ne bakwatibwa. Okusinziira ku kitongole ekirwanyisa okukusa abantu ki Anti-Human Trafficking Task Force, Moses Binoga agamba nti ebikolwa eby'okutulugunya abakozi byeyongedde mu mawanga gano. Waliwo omu ku baanunuddwa alomboza engeri gy'ayisibwamu.
Ruth ow'emyaka 23 anyumya nti mu mwaka ogw'2013 yatwalibwa e Kuwait okukola mu supermarket nga bwe yali asuubiziddwa, wabula kyamubuukako bwe yaweebwayo okukola nga yaaya mu maka g'omugagga omu. Agamba nti yakolera mu mbeera enzibu ennyo ng'okusinga bakama be Abawarabu baamutulugunyanga.
Ne bandekaawo mu nnyumba n'Abawarabu ne bagamba tandika okukola, ne mbagamba bino si bye nazze okukola. Ne bagamba ffe twakusasudde ssente nnyingi oyina otukolera, kati n'embeerawo nga simanyi kikyakola, ng'emirimu mingi nnyo, teri kuwummula, teri kwebaka, ng'ate okulya bamala kulya ne balyoka bakuwa leftovers.
Obutakwatagana mu lulimi ne bakama be kyayongera okukalubya embeera.
Tebamanyi Luzungu, boogera Luwarabu, bwe bakutuma ekintu nga n'otakitegeera nga kuba bukubi.
Eyo yakolayo emyezi mitono nnyo n'adduka okuddayo ku kampuni y'Abawarabu abaamutwala gye baamukwasa ng'atuuse Kuwait. Baamusinika mu maka amalala okukola nga yaaya. agamba nti eno nayo embeera yali sengavudde mu ngazeemu.
Mweyo ennyumba mwe natoloka ne ngenda ku Kenyan Embassy. Embassy nekubira abawarabu bampe passport yaye ne bagigaanira nga bagamba bangula ssente nnyingi nnyo tebasobola kumpa passport yange.
Ruth anyumya nti mangu ddala bamutwala mu kkomera.
Kati nga n'abazungu tebalina kyakunkolera wabula okuntwala mu kkomera bankwase gavumenti ne bantwala mu kkomera. Kati awo lawyer wa Uganda n'anyamba ne bankolera travel document.
Ruth wa mukisa okuba nti akomyewo eka. Agamba nti banne bangi abali eyo mu 10 bali mu makomera era nga basobeddwa eka ne mu kibira. Binoga nga yakulira ekitongole ekirwanyisa okukusa abantu agamba nti bakoze enteekateeka ez'okujja bannayuganda mu makomera eweru wa Uganda.
Tugenda ngeri nga government bwe zikolagana, tugenda kukolagana ne Ministry ya Foreign Affairs nga ne Interpol tuweerezeyo amawulire mu Kuwait tubabuuze ebikwata ku bantu bano. Kati tunaba tufunye batunyonyodde tulabe twogeragane n'ensi ezo tulabe engeri ne Kuwait tulabe engeri abantu bano gye basobola okuyambibwa okukomezebwawo mu Uganda.
Uganda eyimiriza enkola y'okutwala abantu naddala abakazi ebweru w'eggwanga okukola emirimu nga egy'obwayaaya. Abamu
batwalibwa kampuni ezitalina lukusa kutwala abantu bweru kukolerayo be basinze okutwala abantu nga babatwala okukola emirimu gya house girl kuba gye gisingayo obungi.
Abenganda zaabo abakyakonkomalidde e Kuwait olwaleero bagumbye ku kitebe kya Ministry y'ensonga ez'omunda mu ggwanga okumanya engeri gye basobola okufuna abantu baabwe.
Oba osawo olina obuyamba omwana wo tolina ogenda buyisa tomanyi obuyitambuza otyo okuyamba omwana kati tuli awo tulinga abali mu kibira.
Omwaka guno gwokka abantu abasoba mu 79 be bakakusibwa okuva mu Uganda okutwalibwa ebweru ng'abasinga ku bo bali Kuwait.
NTV akawungezi mu birala abantu abeesenza mita 30 okuliraana oluguudo lw'eggaali y'omukka bibonoonekedde. Ebizimbe byazimbibwa okumpi n'eggaali y'omukka nabyo byakumenyebwa. Bano KCCA bawadde ensalessale ya nnaku 20 zokka okuva mu bifo bino mu nteekateeka gavumenti gy'erina okuddamu okutumbula entambula y'eggaali y'omukka. Bo abantu bakukulumye nti tebaweereddwa kiseera kimala.
Fred Mamboga ngaweze egy'obukulu 34 mutunzi wa ngatto era ng'omulimu guno awukulunguddemu ebbanga lya myaka 2. Emirimu gye agikakkalabiza wano ekireka ku njegoyego z'ekibuga Kampala okulinaana oluguudo lw'eggaali y'omukka. Atutegeezezza nti yatandika ne kapito wa mitwalo 5 kyokka amawulire okuva mu kitongole kya KCCA ag'okubasengula okuva mu kifo kino agamba nti gamukubye enkyukwe.
Kasita mu kugobawo efamily yaffe enayimirirawo etya.
Mamboga si eka akukulumidde ekitongole kya KCCA. Essomero lino nga lya primary nayo lyakusengulwawo oluvannyuma lw'okuba nti lyazimbibwa mu kibangirizi ekikontana n'amateeka ga KCCA. Mu kiwandiiko KCCA ekyefulumizza olwaleero etegeezezza nti ebizimbe biri mu mita 3 ku mabbali g'oluguudo lw'eggaali y'omukka birina okumenyebwako n'abantu okuvaawo. Ebitundu ebinokoddwayo omuyita eggaali y'omukka mulimu Kibuye, Nsambya, Ndeeba, Kinnawattaka, Banda, Nalukolongoko n'ebirala. Wabula abantu betwogeddeko nabo ombadde n'omusajja ono gw'oyinza okuyita waddanga balaze obweraliikirivu balina mu nteekateeka zino.
Naffe abanywi b'abawaragi tuyiza kuva wano ewaffe tukola bizinesi zaffe.
Kati singa banaagobawo abantu bagenda kulagawa.
Abasajja ennaku zino tebakyayagala kuwasa, abakazi ffe twekolerera tuyina abaana kati sente tugenda zijjawo bwe munaatugoba okujja wano.
Ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 omwezi guno bwe zinaatuukira olunaku olugenda kuba lwa Sande. Olwo lwe lunaku KCCA de nga nsalessale abantu bonna abalina ebizimbe byabwe ebirinaanye oluguudo lw'eggaali y'omukka okubanga baamuse. Wabula abamu ku basuubuzi betwogeddeko nabo naddala abalina obuyumba nga buno batutegeezezza nti ebbanga eribaweereddwa tono nnyo.
Naye ate mwandituwaddeyo twongerayo ebbanga eddala mu maaso.
Baladde ebbanga nga lya myaka 2 oba 3.
Tuzze tubalabula nga ffe tukola aba KCCA tubale tugendayo twabawandiikira ttiimu yaffe n'egendayo ddadda nnyo.
KCCA ekkaatiriza nti kibakozesa kino kwe kulaba nti eggaali y'omukka nate eddamu okuyambako mu kutambuza abantu okusobola okulwanyisa omujjuzo gw'ebidduka mu Kampala.
Okukyusaamu mu transport sector ya Kampala okukyusaamu okwo nga twagala enkyukakyuka ezo ziyambe waffe owa bulijjo.
Ng'enteekateeka za KCCA ziba zitambudde bukwakku kisuubirwa nti omwezi gwa Desemba obuliawo eggaali y'omukka ejja kuba etandise okukozesebwa. Julius Senkandwa, NTV.
Webale nnyo. Katikkiro wa Buganda Charles Peter Mayiga ategeezezza bannabyabufuzi nti Buganda nga bulijjo yakuwagira oyo yekka awagira ensonga watali kwekomoma. Bino Katikkiro Mayiga abyogeredde mu kulambula omulimu ogw'okuzimba amasiro okubaawo buli lunaku olusooka mu amataala aga sola agateekebwa ku masiro gakuva mu ggwanga lya German era nga gatuuka
olwaleero lweziweze ennaku 2 kyanga omulimu gw'okuzzaawo amasiro agayokebwa mu 2010 gutandika. Mu balambuzi ababaddeyo mwe mubadde n'ababaka ba Paalamenti okuva mu Buganda. Katikkiro baategeezezza nga Buganda bw'ejja okusigala ku nnono yaayo ey'okuwagira oyo yenna n'awagira ensonga zaayo mu lwatu.
Ffe mu Buganda tulina ensonga ssemasonga 5 ayagala okulondebwa azigoberere. Ono nze mulaba tatya nsonga za Buganda nayogera bubi.
Bino Katikkiro okubyogera kivudde ku ebyo bibagambibwa nti yakuutira ssentebe w'ababaka ba Paalamenti okuva mu Buganda akadingidi mu kulonda okwaggwa. Nti wabaddewo okusoma mulimu guno olw'ebimu ku bikozesebwa okutuuka
n'ebyuma bye twabagamba eby'amasannyalaze g'enjuba biri ku mazzi babireeta byavuddeyo Bugirimaani.
Ye Nnaalinnya w'amasiro Beatrice Namika ategeezezza Katikkiro ng'omulimu guno bwe gugenza akasoobo era nga beetaaga gwongerwa amaanyi.
Mwami Omega nkusaba oyongeremu amaanyi. Twetaaga abakozi babe wano nga bangi okusingako kati nga
Ssentebe w'omulimu guno Haji Kaddu Kiberu agambye nti bakola butaweerwa okulaba ng'omulimu guno baguka engalo.
Temuli kivume abo abaseka tebajjukizo mu Buganda bwe baba bawadde omulimu totunuulira munno tunuulira ki mulimu.
Nga bulijjo okulaga ensaasaanya abantu balambuziddwa omulimu ogukoleddwa issaako n'okumalirizibwa. NTV Akawungezi.
NTV Akawungezi tukyagenda mu maaso. Enzaalwa ya Switzerland akwatiddwa kuno n'aggalirwa oluvannyuma omukungu okuva mu office ya Ssaabaminisita Nemmundu
general managers, corporate affairs managers, corporate affairs managers
are not just bad managers, but some people are now calling them total thieves. So
without a doubt, they are brigands, they are thugs. When you say corruption, it sounds cool, it sounds nice, misappropriation.
Well, let's join Mabel now and talk about further corruption. Mabel, we know that former French President, Mr. Nicolas Sarkozy, yesterday paid a visit to a police station in Paris to answer charges of inappropriate receipt of illegal funding from our very good friend, the late Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. That is playing out on the international scene. You may have more details for us, but also see some bad news coming in from neighboring Kenya on issues of a plane crash. Could you please kindly elucidate? Mabel, good morning, and let's hear from your side what's trending on the international scene.
Thank you very much, Simon, and indeed a good morning to you. Yes, unfortunately in Kenya early this morning, 4 people have been confirmed dead after a cargo plane crashed into 2 buildings and burst into flames in the Embakasi area in Nairobi. The Nairobi County Police Commander said the accident involved the plane belonging to Skyward Airlines around 4:30 this morning. It crash landed and all the 4 occupants were killed. It crashed into 2 commercial buildings. A very unfortunate story. They are coming in from Nairobi. I'm sure more on that story will be aired here on NTV. On to sport. This is Tim Howard. Now, rarely is the man of a match the goalkeeper who loses 2-1. But yesterday indeed was spectacular. It was a heart-stopping, short-stopping gentleman. One of the many saves. He actually plays for Everton, but he has really been praised. And I'm sure the Americans, as usual, next World Cup, they'll come back bigger and better, hopefully having learnt lessons like England and Italy on how to improve. And I'm sure they'll all get a hero's welcome when they return home. Now, here is a picture of former French President Nicolas Sarkozy. He is being implicated for influence peddling, having received money from Muammar Gaddafi, the late. And so he has to account for that money. He's also planning on standing in 2017. So this may affect his plans for the future. Now, this is really a sad story, and I happen to actually see this. That's why I believe it. This lady, I don't know if you can actually see that she does not have hands. Well, the picture is still now, but she lost her hands because of an infection she got as a result of surgery. Not surgery, should I say, she was having an implant in her behind, and she wanted a bigger behind, and she was doing it, do it at home, do it yourself at home. She got something and she injected into herself, and she got this reaction that later caused gangrene, and it's just really sad, very sad there that she had to lose her limbs, her hands and her feet. This Sudanese lady, the story is still sad. She is still in Sudan. She has not been allowed to leave. There's a new problem every day. The Sudanese government is now, I do not know what they're actually saying, but unfortunately she's scared for her life. She's scared for her children as well. Now, on Sky News, Africa battles to stop the deadly spread of Ebola. Hundreds have already died, and a host of factors mean the virus is set to kill many more in some of the world's poorest nations in West Africa. Still on Sky News, ISIS urges Muslims to immigrate to the new state. They are looking for judges, scholars, engineers, and doctors, plus those with military or administrative expertise. Now, in Kenya, this is also interesting here. Their matatus are going to stop taking cash. They say that because of the chaotic, the way they handle their finances and all the chaos involved, public transport is going to go cashless as buses switch to new electronic fare systems. Now, it only has to happen in Kenya. I do not really see it happening in Uganda anytime soon. We talked about these boys yesterday, the 3 Israeli boys who were found dead. Benjamin Netanyahu, who was attending their funeral, continues to fight, and he says they will take strong action against Hamas. Hamas, who on the other hand deny any involvement. They say it is a smaller Islamic group that is in charge. And we shall end with Hong Kong. Some people have been arrested. Yesterday they had one of the largest protests. They're protesting against Chinese influence in their country. They want more electoral reforms, but in the process about 500 Hong Kong individuals were arrested. That's all we had for you here at Morning at NTV from the international desk. Morning at NTV continues after this break.
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji, and Brian Molondo.
The 4th annual Dog Show and Bazaar is back. Come and be a part of man's best friend as they compete in tracking, agility and course maneuver, attack, dog handling. 6th of July at the Chadondo Rugby Club grounds from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. 20,000 shillings for adults and 10,000 shillings for children. Can your dog manage any of these challenges? For all dog owners and lovers.
I have missed the first goal. Do you want to tell you?
I don't know how I feel. I don't.
U-Turn, now closer to you as it turns your world with great humor on Tuesdays at 7:40 p.m.
You are here, we are sleeping, you're saying, get out to my husband's, but so you run out. I'm your chasing out.
Login slides down to 7:40 p.m. on Wednesday.
Chameleon, Weasel, AK-47 and myself on the same track. That would be crazy.
On NTV.
Oda, I no go stop to the singing.
No problem. Keep singing. This singing will put you in trouble very soon. You won't believe it's the boy's father that inflicted such injury on him. Just because he stole 50 naira. 50 naira for that matter. That man should be arrested. Oh, how God. How I wish I could just see that man and give him a piece of money. Abigail, I don't care if you're chatting with Barack Obama. When you're at work, you learn how to detach yourself from that phone else to get you into trouble. Whatever. I mean, you should be happy that a pilot is asking your friend out.
My brother, I learned that 3 armed robbers tried to rob a man as he came out of the bank at the junction before the express.
Don't try to be the hero.
You won't kill me.
Do you know how long I've been waking you up quietly and you refuse to wake?
Now you can't interrupt someone.
I'd like to pray with you, nurses, being the vessels that the Almighty God has been using to heal his people.
Okay. Can someone please talk to me? What is going on?
Who is she?
See, I hate cheating in my life. I hate cheating, and nothing will make me have 50 kobo to that money I already get to you.
You can bring everybody in parliament as long as they can wake up and vote for the NRM.
As long as the voters exercise their rights to elect their leaders, there was no need for term limits in Uganda.
I know him. I know how he operates. I know how he thinks.
There are ways you can go around these obstacles.
Why should I conduct myself as if I am Muyai?
It's absolutely true. I admired the President Museveni.
Is the ICC a fiscal code targeting African leaders?
You cannot tell me that the whole trouble Kenya had revolved about only 2 individuals.
The money is not in the budget of this financial year.
You can't beat God. You see, God is polygamous also. Look at Jeremiah chapter 31.
The security of this country will largely depend on the contribution that the people make.
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji, and Brian Mulondo.
Thank you for joining us this Wednesday morning. We cross over to Simon for the big story. Good morning, Simon, once again.
Good morning, Mabel, once again. And yes, this time round we are back to discussing the other age-old situation of the ongoing citizen registration exercise. And of course, we'll be hearing from the ministry officials on how they are progressing, but also we are looking at civil society and what they can say from their monitoring of the exercise. They'll also be asking interesting questions, and for the most part, we who are interviewing them and those of you who are watching us will be asking ourselves that one fundamental question. Have you registered? Or you're not yet above 16? So we'll be right back. In April of this year, we had the National ID Registration Exercise kickoff. We know the monies that have been involved, we know the technologies that have been involved, but we also know for sure that it's the Ministry of Internal Affairs that is leading this. We also told that on average there is 31,000 people that are registered across the country per day. I don't know how true those statistics are, but if those statistics are anything to go by, if they continue at this pace by August, when the registration exercise at parish level is expected to be completed, there will only be 4.6 million Ugandans who will have registered. Yet the target is to register 18 million. And this 18 million including myself, yourself, and many others who have not yet perhaps even registered. And so today, this morning, we are looking at the issues surrounding the progress of this project from the perspective of the implementers, which is the Ministry of Internal Affairs, where we have Ms. Betty Nassenger, the Deputy Project Manager, National ID Project. Good morning, Betty.
Good morning, Simon.
And of course, to throw in the spanner in the works every so often will be Celestine Mugisha, the Programs Officer of the Citizen Watch It, which is a civil society organization that has, for the most part, been looking at the progress of this exercise and trying to make a few pointers for the government and those involved on where they can improve, and of course give them kudos where they have tremendously improved. Good morning, Celestine.
Morning, Simon.
I'll start from you, Betty. Betty, how is the exercise progressing? I must inform you that there are many people who have not yet registered, and if you think that they are far away from you, I am one of those.
Yes. And of course, Simon, immediately we leave this show, please go and pick a form and get registered. I know that there are many who have not yet registered, but we also have many who have embraced the exercise. They have attempted to pick forms, they have already filled forms, and they're ready.
You, Betty?
Not now, not
Come
here.
On,
I'm not supposed.
You're not supposed to move with these forms.
I'm not a center. I'm not a registration center.
Why don't you make it easy for me,
yes,
who doesn't have to go and walk to Mbuyachi Nawataka, to some dingy under the mango tree kind of setup to pick a form? Why don't you put it online so that I'm able to download it, for example, fill it up, and then possibly send it to some online registration exercise? How is that?
We have processes that we have put in place to ensure that we have the right people getting registered. registered. But we also have regulations that are governing this particular exercise. For instance, the reason why I cannot come with forms everywhere, or the reason why I cannot register you here on the show, is because we have what we call place of registration. What is the place of registration for purposes of the national ID? You either register where you are born or you register where you reside. Why is this important? It is important because we have got to identify the person that we are calling a Ugandan. And the right people to identify you are the people you live with, are the people from the community where you come from. I do not know you, Simon, but at least where you reside, they know you. Where you come from, they know you.
You'll be surprised that where I reside, in fact, in these cosmopolitan areas where we make.
It's important that I complete this point.
Please.
Because it's important for people to know that you either register where you are born or where you reside. Why is this important? It is also the place where you are going to receive your national ID from. It is also linked to the place of voting. You can only vote where you come from or where you reside. And since on the registration form we are asking for people to declare where they want to vote from, it's important for you to know these basics about registration.
Sounds very good, Betty. We also know for the most part that many people have been calling for registration to take place at their workplaces because they spend more time at the workplaces. And in fact, some people are more known at their workplaces as opposed to the places, the rat holes where they live, for example, myself. But coming to that, Celestine, she's given us a very wonderful progression and the rules and that govern their exercise and all that. You have been traversing this country and looking out for the loopholes here and there. What have you identified as the major bottlenecks stifling the progress of this exercise?
Thank you, Simon. And there are quite a number. But just to start with, especially building from what you just mentioned, a number of people have attempted to pick the forms and register. I can assure you, whereas you have not attempted, others have attempted, a majority of people. But what has happened? One, in some cases, they have attempted, they've been, some of the registration officers have told them to go back after some time. One, in some places, they have no, they had no kits. And therefore they said, pick the form, go and fill it, but we shall register you when the kits are back or when we receive the kits. That is one scenario. Second,
now, do we have any such scenario that there is any center in this country where you have noticed there are no kits as of now?
As of today morning, I cannot be sure, but last week they were quite several.
Between today morning and last week, there's been, of course, some time.
Yeah, so that one, as
so
far
your
as
information
for this
is
morning,
as of last week.
As of last week, Friday.
Simon,
and just to mention again that others have been told, even when the kits are existing, to come back in a month later. And you wonder why somebody would be told to come back a month later with a form you can fill in 30 minutes and submit and go end the process. So that longevity makes it difficult for somebody to come and register and go on. Then another thing is, while others have enthusiastically embraced the process, the citizens I mean, and have gone to register, they've been bounced back on the pretext of the camera failing to take their pictures, for instance. On several occasions.
So what you're talking
if
about
you are bounced 3 times, Simon,
logistical presence,
which morale do you get to go and continue the process?
That should not be an excuse. Many times if you go to a hospital and you don't find the drug you want, you will not now say, okay, fine, let me stay home and die. And don't say these are 2 different scenarios. But at the end of the day, you have as much responsibility to the state as you have the responsibility to yourself.
The point is, the loopholes we are told, you just asked about, is
now what I noticed from your litany
we could help the.
Wait a minute before we go to the solution.
Yes,
what you're saying is that the loopholes are of a logistical nature. That there is the absence of logistics or the absence of
technical part of it,
or even the working of the logistics.
Simon, and thank you,
Celestine. Places.
Thank you for.
Let's drop the pleasantries. We don't have 1 hour here. Hit the point on the head.
Okay, the point is we had a few challenges when the exercise started.
Which
we did not have enough kits on the ground. But right now, as we speak, I and Celestine know that we have now 100% kits out there in the field. And as I speak, as of the beginning of this week, the numbers that are coming in are so huge. We have centers operating 8 to 6.
So that's one of the issues solved. The presence of kids 100%.
Yeah, it is now
solved. Where they are existent, are they actually working?
Yes, exactly. Yes, where they are working, in some areas I will not actually be defensive on this point. In some areas, because of the levels of supervision down at some areas, some people are actually not optimally utilizing these kits. But in some areas, people are fighting. You find, I've been to centers myself, and you find people actually diligently lining up, and officers are all working 24 hours almost. I mean, because they begin from 8 to 6. And everybody is capturing about 50 on average on every kit. So we have quite a number of enrollments per day that are coming in.
So we are getting a statistic coming in that maybe you do about 31,000 citizens every day across the country, and there's concern that possibly by August you'll have maybe registered 5 million Ugandans as opposed to the target of 18 million. Is that bothering you, or is this statistic not right?
That statistics, first of all, it's not right. First of all, as we speak now, we have 7 million Ugandans already registered.
Oh, that's
so it is not true that we are only registering 31,000.
As of this morning, or...
Celestine, you will allow me make the
and if you want me to give you the information,
because if you have information on the contrary, kindly share it, but do not ask.
But how can he get information to the contrary? Where does he get the authority even to
he's saying that he's going.
Because I'm giving you the numbers that we have. We have registered 7 million.
Civil society.
Exactly.
They have never been involved in political leadership, but somehow they will always tell you how to politically lead a country. You from your technical
just what I've shared with you already indicates that even the few existing kits that were in the field were having issues with the technicality approach. The members the staff using them had some complications. Even so, what assurance is there now that even the 8,000 that will be at 100% usage will still help to address the issue of technicality?
Wait a minute, Celestine, you are going into the realm of idealism.
No, it's not idealism. It's not
you have a Samsung S3 right in front of you. It has got 500 applications.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself.
Yes.
Do you proficiently know how to use every application there?
Now, my point is...
One thing is for sure, yes, you may make a phone call. Wait a minute. You will make a phone call, you will send a message, but sometimes you will call a wrong number out of human error, or you will receive a message that was not meant for you. Are those technical hitches on the part of the proficiency of the staff so widely spread that you think the entire exercise is going to take a nosedive?
Exactly. No, I think that's the point.
We are not saying that it's going to entirely take a different direction. We are only saying that we need to address them. And precisely...
But you see, Betty has capitulated. She has said that there is an infinite quest on their part to make the exercise even better. But from where you sit
unless we really bring them out, but will not appreciate that they do exist somewhere.
And Celestine, we really appreciate. But where we differ is where we capitalize on small things to say that the exercise is that bad. No, the exercise is such a success, and we also appreciate.
When it finally doesn't. When finally it lends credence to the adage that a small leak will sink a great ship.
Yeah.
Or one by one makes a bundle.
I know.
You may think that Celestine's concerned are small, isolated cases of misfortunes, but they...
And I'm actually not downplaying them. We are aware of some of these instances, and where we have received some of these complaints that somebody's fingerprints are not being taken.
Exactly.
It's a question sometimes maybe the fingerprints are dirty, or maybe these people are smokers, so the quality of the fingerprints have been affected.
Someone has no limbs.
Sometimes it's about
again, let's cut some slack here, Betty. Yeah. It is not true in my experience and knowledge of smoking that when you smoke, your fingerprints go away.
Yeah, they do.
People in the villages who are involved in digging and all that.
Hard labor.
Hard labor. Yeah. And let's also not forget the human body regenerates itself. Yeah. Unless when you carry out circumcision, which part you cut will never grow again. But fingerprints always regenerate themselves. Otherwise, these cultivators of mine from Bugangari would never have fingerprints.
Yes, but for the point he's talking about that cameras not operating well, we've had a few instances. Indeed, it's a question of the operators in some instances. They are not proficiently operating these machines. But it's not a question of
now let's move away from
equipment. No doubt about it.
Away from the the setup and all that. Let's look at the data that you are collecting.
Yeah.
Yes, you've successfully registered Celestine Mujisha. You have his contact and all that, but he's not received his card. You've kept his data somewhere in a cloud or something.
Yeah.
How safe is that data? Are we going to see a situation where maybe you say, wait a minute, it all just went up like a bubble? Is that concern?
Thank you, Simon. And I would like to clarify
and the integrity.
The security of this data, you must be sure that we are guaranteeing the security of this data. One, the systems that we are using are very secure. The data is encrypted. I don't want to go into the technicalities here on how we are securing the data, but be rest assured that we are securing data collection right from the kit itself, right from the way it is transferred from the centers to the district, and then finally to the centers in Kampala. So the data is secure. Soliciting your data is secure, and you need to be rest assured about that.
I have a friend or a sister or a kith and kin living outside Uganda. They possibly will not return here until after August, but they are Ugandan through and through. Possibly they are studying, engaged in all forms of trade, or possibly they are in jail in China. But one day they will return here.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you ensure that people who are outside the territorial boundaries of Uganda, as by August, will have benefit from this? Or are we going to say that those ones will forfeit their right to register as Ugandan citizens?
Okay. Perhaps, Simon, let me clarify on the timelines for this exercise. We have what we call the mass enrollment or the mass registration exercise, which kicked off on 14th of April 2014, and it will run for 4 months. It will be ending in August. That is the intense exercise. But after that, and that's taking place at the parish level, and after the parish level, we intend to retreat to the sub-county level. So where we've been nearer to the people, we shall move away from the people a little bit and go to the sub-county level. And that period will run again from August to February next year. Okay. So we still have timelines for people for those who will miss the intense period. Go to
district,
exactly.
And after that, you'll possibly go to
no,
your
it will be continuous at sub-county level. Okay. But for the time being, what we are saying for the brothers and sisters abroad, we are saying that as and when you come home, find the nearby registration center and register yourself between now and February next year.
Nearby registration center, which may not necessarily be where they are born or where they live.
No. Of course, the rules again are the same. You must register where you are born or where you reside. It is the same rule, but I can't tell because I don't know whether I'm talking to Simon, who is from maybe Mutungo. I don't know where you come from or where you reside, but it is where you reside or where you're born.
Where you come from. Celestine, so we've had reports coming in of the usual Ugandan malaise where, you know, local leaders, even without connivance with these officials who are carrying out this national ID project, are soliciting money from citizens in the guise of helping them to register. And some even collecting money from non-citizens. We've had cases in eastern Uganda where Kenyan residents who feel more secure and willing to be Ugandan connive with the local council chairpersons and give them some money. Have you picked that on your radar?
Very, very, very much so, and I'm very sure they already have that kind of information to the level that they have, incidentally, when the process kicked off, for a month or two, there were no appointments to the officials who were involved. And later on, when they finally came, some of the officials at the local level, LC2 and the verification committee members, after realizing the remuneration in the appointments, now, because of the mobility of the registration centers, maybe you need to be aware that out there in upcountry, against the issue of having the registration in each parish, they have been moving from parish to parish, parish to parish. So what these fellas did was to take it upon themselves and say, when we move from this parish to another parish, we also cross from this parish as appointed members of this parish, they cross to another parish. And then when they get there, the leaders there, they say, no, go back to your place. And it brought in some chaos. In a case in point is Koboko, where it attracted the Honorable Minister or Baba to go and address and settle the issue. And
right
that is because the minister originates there. Then how about in areas where they are not? Of course, these cases are
And that's what
several.
I'm putting to make. We've seen these cases. He has described the situation. You have picked up the data. Any tangible solutions that you would wish to share with us that you have so far tried and tested, and they are working to avert this?
First of all, I would like to first inform the general public that this exercise is free for all.
Yeah.
The identity card is being issued free by government of Uganda, so nobody should pay any money to anybody who is involved in this exercise. It's a free exercise. And that is the reason why government has chosen to take as close to the people the registration centers. That is why it is our registration officers who are moving place to place to make the exercise attractive to the people, but also to remove any expenses on the part
You're
of the,
very right,
of,
Betty.
of,
You
of,
see,
of
you
the,
are
of the
trending
public.
on the idealism of what you intend to do.
Yes.
Just like earlier on, Celestine was riding on idealism in terms of proficiency.
Yeah.
Now let's get down to the realism.
Yes.
We know for a fact that the Uganda police, for example, is paid by our taxes to do the job that they do.
Yeah.
But oftentimes when you want the services of the Uganda police, you may find yourself in one or another paying for it, in some of facilitation. So, one way to quicken the process.
Simon, what I'm trying to say.
How do you insulate Ugandans who find themselves in a frustrating position where some of your officials are frustrating them deliberately to entice them to give them some money to quicken the process?
Okay. I think information is what I can give here. I cannot really
you think
be
those
everywhere.
Of us who bribe police officers, I'm as guilty as it gets, I don't normally bribe them, but I'm saying those who bribe police officers, you think they do not know that it is not right to bribe a police officer, or they find themselves in an inevitable situation where they have to bribe?
Abetting crime, you're abetting crime, you're facilitating crime, which is it's not right. What we are saying, you have the information that it's wrong for you to pay the police officer. Why are you paying? What you need to do, which is your obligation as a citizen, point out to the person who is asking for money that, please, are you aware that it is wrong for you to ask for money from me to give you this service?
Look at this busy person, he doesn't know.
But on the part of the national ID exercise, what we can do.
What happens when you come to the registration center? The first thing they ask of you is, do you have an identification? Now, I am Celestine from the Village X. I'm a villager who has for this long not known that I need an identification. After all, I've been in the village for over many.
The reason you're registered is to get an identification.
Exactly. Now they ask you for that identification. If you have none, they compel you to go to the LC.
Okay.
Now the LC to give you that letter, to issue that letter, is where he asks a request for 5,000, 2,000, 1,000.
So now,
that alone, that system of compelling people to get an identification from the LC is the challenge.
Yeah, but it is also how else is a neutral guy sent to a village to register people able to confirm that indeed
there are people at that verification committee, the verification
Simon,
committee,
I want to explain something actually what is making the two of
exactly
you argue a bit. The reason why we put in place the parish verification committee, which is comprised of this parish chief and the PISO and then this LC person, is because we want this person. We are aware that thousands of people here in this country do not have any form of document to identify them. And that is the reason why we put in place this committee. This committee has two civil servants. These are paid government officials, the parish chief and the PISO. Now, we expect that these people live within these communities and they will ably identify this person and say, yes, we know Simon, he or she is a daughter of so-and-so from Village X.
So this issue of saying Celestine is lying to us, that they ask for a letter from the LC.
No, in some cases, it's true. What he's saying, it's true. I'm not going to deny because it's happening to people. And we have come out to tell people that it is not right.
It happened to me. The first time I was asked to identify myself and
to tell the public, to inform the public that it is...
They refused my employer's ID. Nakurabia here.
Which is actually wrong. Even the employer's ID, we accept it because it is what you've been using to identify you everywhere where you've been. So this information, people should know that so long as I have any other form of identification, that is enough for me to present it as a supporting document. And even when you don't have any of those, we are saying that it's enough for this committee to say that yes, we know this person. And so long as they endorse that we know this person, for us as ID, it's okay. It's enough. So it is not our policy to insist on documents.
Betty, but I think, to cap it up, and Celestine, there is an extent to which playing devil's advocate really comes to a stop. You tell me in your all honesty, and we just have 2 seconds to answer this. You have raised concerns, you have gone out and checked out the loopholes, and you have addressed them to these people. Tell me in your own judgment, do you think that this ministry is responsive to the concerns that you raised to them, and they are doing some work to address them? Are you confident
to
that
some
they
extent,
are just...
To some extent, they're
Let's put on a scale of 0 to 5. Where 0 is not responsive and 5 is being responsive. Where would you rate them?
I would rate them to 2.5.
Which is at least above the 50% mark.
It's not above, it is just at the 50% mark. The other issue is...
Wait a minute, Celestine, I'm afraid I have to moderate here and say we're out of time. Betty, as a very conclusive one, can you confirm without any iota of doubt, and which will hold you for your word, that this exercise will move on to achieve the objectives for which it started within the set time frame, and we can hold you to your word?
Simon, I'm very optimistic. The glass is half full. I've told you that we have so far registered 7 million Ugandans. And that was when we had only 44% of kids. Now that we have 100, I'm very sure that in the next 1 month, we shall have another set of 8 million Ugandans on our register.
Not
and
not when visibility is still a problem.
But you know, we Ugandans will always complain about. Well, there we've had it. There are a few challenges bedeviling the National ID registration project, but also we also hear that the people responsible for this project are not certainly letting their guard down. They are taking stock of these challenges and trying to address them for the betterment of this. They are promising that indeed they will meet their set standard within the set time and we can hold them for their word. But you see, for them to be able to do this, I think we as citizens also need to play our very fundamental role, which is coming out en masse and embracing this project so that at the end of the day, we are not caught on the other side of it. We know there are tremendous benefits out of being registered as a Ugandan. And if for nothing else, at least the fact that you have got an ID that recognizes you as a citizen of Uganda, a country whose national anthem may soon be changed. Anyway, that's another debate for another day, which I strongly do oppose. But never mind that, I think we should all go out as citizens and embrace this project. Let's do our part and let the Ministry of Internal Affairs fail on their part, we will hold them responsible. Let the National ID project fail on their part, we will hold them responsible. Let civil society organizations like Celestine Mgishas go out there and try to point out the loopholes. Because of course we know that governments many times may not work until they know that there is somebody watching with a praying eye. When all this is put together, I want to believe that we'll achieve our set objective, and yes, then we'll come back and take the usual stock, get to know which monies were swindled where, and the long arm of the law will or may not deal with it, but at the end of the day, you and I will have our proudly owned Uganda national ID. Have a wonderful and productive Wednesday morning. If you certainly have some time on your schedule, kindly go to your nearest registration center where you reside or where you actually come from in terms of where you were born. That way you'll be able to partake of these services. Have a good morning.
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji, and Brian Mulondo. Coming soon on NTV.
They've had their struggle, but that's about to change. They're 15 individuals with different backgrounds and one goal. They'll be tested to the bone with 3 professional trainers and supervised by a reputable medical team. Weighed every week where one has to be eliminated. If you want to be inspired, have a healthy body, and gain confidence, this is your show. Follow these individuals on their amazing journey because cameras don't lie. Burn it up, transforming lives as we create a healthier Uganda.
Coming soon on NTV. On the next episode, brought to you by...
At Orange, we know you want to do more on the internet. That's why we bring you happy hour day and night.
La Patrona.
Scenes from the next episode.
Gaston, you've gone too far.
The great madam and the real owner of the dollhouse is Antonia Guerra.
Damn it!
I heard the show.
Well, don't we deserve an applause?
Of course you deserve something. It's this. No, I do. You're the one messing with the wrong person.
We aren't anything. It's over.
La Patrona.
You can download movies at the lowest prices and never fast from Orange. Dial *133# to buy a data bundle. Happy hour changes with Orange. Today changes with Orange.
Hey there, Mr. Krabs! Are you ready to party?
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to Wow! Hello, fellow motor enthusiastics.
Oh, Mr. Krabs,
Isn't there any way for us to return all of them back to normal?
Hey! How'd he do that? The Red Ranger's a bigger problem than I thought!
It's time to finish this thing up!
What can I do to make them love me again?
What are you drawing, Kitty?
Mega Rangers? That's a mega win!
Hello?
King Julian, you are truly inspiring.
Ow! SpongeBob!
Fantastic!
Mikwano gyaffe bana NTV ate naddala mu bannaamu muli gw'emizannyo muli gw'ebyemizannyo gukomyewo 2014 ate mutya kati ate gukyusiza n'obudde gwa 7 gwali gwa 9 ne gugoberera ntusanyuka kati gubongereddeko wano malya g'ebyemisana awo gusooke gubatayize gubaleetire buli kintu kyonna kalonda ennawo byemizannyo ogwo muli gw'ebyemizannyo mupya 2014 Isima waali alagira Argentina yenjo mukubira eddiba lye omukwano kujja kukomawo ku muli gw'emizannyo naye kasita kinatuuka eri bano ba Messi okulumba abalenzi baffe ba Thiago Silva awo tewali mukwano omuli gw'ebyemizannyo 2014 President
oluvannyuma lwa lutalo abaana bangi batwalibwa abekika era bulala basigadde
abamu bajja ne babakima
era twagenda mu Lukola eyo inakasongola mu Buluri twagenda mu Butale babalaaro okubuuza omwana oyo mumanyi
nti mukwate obutonde obwekonkome mukwate obutonde bwa Ebola mubuteeke mu nsigo omuzungu ayogedde palamenti muyise bosi basajja
omulembe guno gutuusemu n'abantu n'entondo kati waliwo n'emyaka egy'entondo
waliwo yakiŋŋamba
bamugamba muŋŋambe bulungi kati munkwate empola
dokita buli akwata bayibuli eno ajja kusomera bintu nga ye bw'alowooza for example waliwo controversy yaliwo
tobeera mu ssuuti ate n'oteeka mu gganduula
olina kubeerako kimu
kubanga okusomesezza tumaze emyaka 2 tusomesa bannayuganda eddembe lyammwe mulimanyi oluusi n'obusobozi obulina
nakulabira abaganda baagala kabaka
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji and Brian Mulondo.
Morning at NTV continues this Wednesday with your Facebook messages. We hosted some people regarding the ID project earlier, and we have Kevis here saying registering is good, but the equipment is poor and the operators don't know how to use it. They didn't learn it very well. We also have Johnson saying, thanks for the show. The ID project no longer has only criticisms, but it actually has loopholes. And Richard Wanzala says it's a painstaking process that starts with completing a pamphlet of questions. And we also have some other people saying it's not entirely free because you have to pay 5,000 shillings in order to get an LC letter. And Joel Chinji is asking, when are the IDs coming? We actually need them. We now cross over to Brian for Everyday Life. Hello, Brian.
Good morning, Mabel. And this morning we are literally looking at progress of some of the things in this country. In the first hour, we looked at the progress of the National ID Project. This time on Everyday Life, we're going to look at the progress of the building of the cancer ward at Nsambia Hospital. Past District Governor Stephen Mwanje, who I call PDG, will be explaining what that means later. And Dr. Martin Subuga, who is the medical director of Nsambia Hospital, are here to share with us on not just the progress of the building, but what cancer is about. Coming up on Everyday Life. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
PDG. Someone has asked me what is PDG, what is governor. We last had those titles during Amin's regime. There was only one president, there was only one governor. What does this mean?
PDG is a title in full past district governor. It means I was governor at one time. In this case, I was governor for District 9200 in 2010-2011. And District 9200 is not about commencing. District 9200 is actually 5 countries. Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Tanzania, and Uganda.
Right.
And within this district, there are clubs, and I'm in charge of all the clubs in the district.
Wow, that's huge responsibility. Someone, you know, the other day when I told one of my friends, I belong to the Rotary family, they're like, hey Brian, you're rich. You have money. Is that what Rotary is about?
It wasn't entirely wrong.
Is it a collection of millionaires?
But Rotary is really it's a group of leaders who come together to exchange ideas and take action about maintaining challenges in the community. So it's about being rich at heart, not necessarily deep pockets.
Oh.
So it wasn't very wrong, maybe. Rich but rich at heart.
Speaking of being rich at heart, I know I was part of the processes, you know, were there when we launched the building of the cancer ward here at Serena. Tell us about that. Why was it important for you to start setting up this ward?
My motivation to start setting up the cancer ward was driven by the suffering that I witnessed for cancer patients in this country. I'll be a bit selfish here. A friend of mine passed on to cancer just before I took over governorship. And in his last days, I used to go with him to Lab Hospital, and I saw what he went through. I saw the challenge. And so when I became governor, I talked to corporate CEOs. I organized a breakfast. I invited the top 100 corporate CEOs, and I shared with them the need to work together to address some of the challenges in the community. So they challenged me and said, tell us the project where you want us to work with you. And what came to my mind first was cancer.
Cancer. Yeah. Dr. Martin.
Yes, Brian.
We have some questions here for you. Our viewers, we asked them send questions about cancer. And some of these questions seem to be very simple. Some of them really, I didn't understand. Having mobile phones that have low batteries actually causes cancer. But I guess you'll first break it down. What exactly is cancer?
Cancer is a condition where cells of the body multiply abnormally and then they spread to other parts of the body. Our cells normally grow, they multiply as part of replacement of body tissues, but when that multiplication is abnormal and when there is a tendency to spread to other areas, then that's cancer.
And then what are the different categories? I think right now cancer is slowly replacing HIV. People are worried that, you know, people are saying you'd rather get HIV than cancer.
Well, yes, cancer is a serious problem. Cancer can kill. Whether it's one or the other is difficult to decide, but the good thing is that cancer is preventable, just like HIV. And I think our efforts should be concentrated in trying to prevent it.
We are told of how mobile phones can cause cancer, especially when we use them with the low battery. Is this true?
I think this is a question that has been examined a lot because of the wide usage of mobile phones. There's been quite a lot of interest. They've looked at it critically. When they tell us when the mobile phone is on low, the charge is low, it emits a lot of radiation, therefore could be a danger to the brain. But looking at all the evidence, seeing what is being written, the evidence is very slight, very, very slight. The risk is very slight so far, while research continues. So I wouldn't say mobile phones cause cancer. I think we haven't got to that. The evidence is very slight and is still being examined.
At Zambia Hospital,
yeah.
What are the most common cancers that you deal with?
The commonest cancers in women are cancer of the cervix, that's the lower part of the womb, and cancer of the breast. The commonest cancer in men is prostate cancer. Those are the 3 cancers we handle most.
Can you share with us some numbers?
Our figures, at least what we have, is a cancer of the cervix. You're talking of about, I think the latest figure we have is 40 per 100,000.
40 men per 100,000.
Yeah, 40 cases per 100,000 people, which is very high, We are keen to have that calm down. I can't give you the figure for cancer of the prostate offhand, although that is also increasing.
Right.
It's increasing. It's a problem of us, black men.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that is very scary. How? Is it the sun?
I think there is a genetic issue, but also lifestyle has something to do with it. We are adopting some lifestyles which are not very good, high fat food, we are not exercising enough, you know. Those are some of the things being associated with it. And the remedies really, we just have to have regular checkups, especially after 50. Have your checkups regularly.
Right.
And be sure that you're fine.
I'll be asking you about the pap test in a bit, but PDG, tell us about the project. It was a very good gesture from Rotary to come and save lives, to create more space. The other days, people are telling us they don't even have, for example, sickle cell, they don't have equipment for testing sickle cell. When did this project start? What is the progress so far?
The project began in April 2011. This is the groundbreaking function at the site. And it has since moved on. I can say about 80% through the structure.
Right.
And God willing, by end of this year, we should be ready with the structure. We have got a cancer run. We do cancer runs every year. We've had 2 before. We have a 3rd one this year, 31st of August. And we think we are going to raise enough funds to finish. At this point, allow me to mention that we've had a lot of support from corporates. Leading the park is another park, which came from the start. They gave us 1 million shillings. That was a very big boost to start us off. Over time, many other corporates have joined in. We've got Cranby Villages, Pepsi Cola, part of the other lead sponsors of the run, and many others are coming on board. So
right.
By the end of this year, the structure should be ready. But as you know, Brian, the structure alone is not enough to handle cancer. We need equipment. And here we've got friends in the US and other friends in Canada who have promised to send us equipment. But even then, even with the equipment, still that's not enough to treat cancer. We have to handle the human resource element.
Right.
And together with the equipment, we are putting together a global grant, Channel grant, which is going to have a component of training where doctors come in this country and our own.
And they are trained.
They train the local.
Wow.
That's the local staff, and our own people go out for exposure for a couple of weeks and get trained elsewhere.
That's
we think.
Doctor.
Yes.
You said it's curable. It's avoidable. The pap test is one of the most famous one. How does that work?
What happens is the pap test allows the health worker, doctor, to take cells from the lower part of the womb, the cervix. They take cells, they look at them, they stain them, look at them under the microscope, and they're able to see that there are early cells there which are changing. They're becoming abnormal. And that's how cancer starts. It starts as one cell which becomes abnormal, then it starts multiplying abnormally. So it gives an opportunity to catch the disease very early, and that can be treated.
Right. We have some questions here on Facebook.
Yeah.
We ask you to send your questions. I have a friend addicted to chewing Indian tobacco. What chances are there for her to contract cancer, and which cancer?
Okay. Well, tobacco is not a very nice thing. Actually, tobacco is one of the things that are associated with cancer most. Cancer of the lung and a few other pancreas. I would advise that young lady to drop that habit. You don't need any tobacco in you.
Right.
You don't need any tobacco in the body. Smoking is the worst, but even chewing, you absorb something, and that's not good.
Right.
Because even passive smoking is not good.
Joel Chinji, so Mitchell Rodriguez asking, how many stages does cancer have, and in which stage is it preventable?
Okay. Normally we talk about four stages. The earlier you catch it, the better. The earlier you catch it, the better. And the best stage is what we call the precancerous. When you have a lesion, when you have the earliest changes in the cells, they are beginning to look abnormal.
As a guy working on this, how do I know that my cells are becoming abnormal? When do I know that? Maybe I should go and test for cancer.
Okay, there are high-risk situations. I've already mentioned the cervix for women in the reproductive age group, those who are sexually active.
Yeah.
It has been shown that regular checkups prevents, it controls, it limits the incidence of cancer by the fact that it's possible to catch changes very early.
Right.
There are, of course, other things, prostate. Prostate, you will not catch it very early. But when they are, the earliest sign is changes in the habits of passing urine. If one has been okay and you are over 50, then all of a sudden you are waking up 5 times or 4 times. Or,
in the night?
Yes, or you are using the loo too frequently, even during the day. That's something maybe is interfering with the passage of the urine, you know. Those who develop cancers of the skin, maybe not so common in Africans, but people who are very light-skinned, you know, you have a growth on the skin and it's beginning to grow. That's a time to ask the doctor, I am concerned about this.
Right.
Yeah. So there are those situations where it's possible to catch it early.
Right. PDG, what are we going to look at after building this project? I'm really excited about it, and I promise you I'll be there when we are opening. What projections are you looking at? How far is it now? I know we have some images that are running on your screen. Tell us about so far where your projection is as Rotary.
As Rotary, we hope to have the structure ready by end of this year, as by December. And we should admit the first patient by January. Now, this ward, for a start, is only 36 bed ward, 18 on each floor. There are 2 floors.
What is the capacity right now at Zambia?
Before the ward is open?
Right now, we manage cancer on the general wards, which is not very good. We need specialized area with the resources concentrated, well-trained staff.
So that's a zero for now. We are talking about having a cancer center, not just a ward, a center of excellence. And we believe that the population of Uganda is 36 beds. Cancer center is not good enough. So we are thinking as Rotarians that after getting this experience we've gained in putting up one cancer center in Zambia, we can ride on this very experience and maybe introduce cancer centers regionally. Actually, cancer wards regionally, where Zambia now becomes a referral. But that's maybe in the next 5 years. As of now, all our focus is on Zambia. At Zambia itself, we're also planning to expand. For now, we're only catering for men and women. Women on the ground floor and men on the first floor. We must get a pediatric.
Yeah, for children.
Yes. And so we plan to expand the structure maybe starting next year.
Well, we are fast spent on time. Dr. Martin, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Stephen. And of course, for more information, please feel free to head over to the Rotary office at Communications House. And you get all the information. You can also ask me, I'm part of the Rotary family. I was once a president. I'm looking for a Rotary family. Maybe I'll join PDG's club. And come and join and do some good. for your community. It's not about the pocket, it's about the heart, and contribute something there. Cancer is definitely becoming one of the world's most, it's literally a time bomb. Anyone can get it. The circumstances are very, I lost an uncle because of cancer, so I know this is very dear to me. Go to our Facebook page, Morning at NTV, and you can follow us on Twitter at Morning at NTV and get more of those details there. We shall be updating you, put up pictures of the progress of the building. In a couple of minutes, I'll be back with Isma. But Isma, before I even take a breather, yesterday your team survived elimination. What a World Cup full of shockers.
What a World Cup is turning out to be, Brian, because some of the results that we saw yesterday, especially the USA, lasting until extra time against Belgium, that was never in the script. But it's been that kind of World Cup. Argentina couldn't beat up Switzerland in the 90 minutes, and now we know who the 8 quarterfinalists are. But like the group stages were, all the top 8 from the group stages are going into the quarterfinals, and I'll be telling you about that and more when Brian and Mabel join me.
Well, I guess Simon might be right when he says the World Cup has officially started. When we Africans who do not know how to play football are out, and now the big guys are here. We'll be looking at that and more when we return on the Sports Update. Good morning.
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji, and Brian Mulondo.
Health and Wellness
is brought to you by Caring Tech Strength, Panadol Advance. When minutes matter, take Panadol Advance. Panadol Advance is a fast pain reliever with Optizop technology. Caring Tech Strength. Panadol Advance.
Everybody in Parliament, as long as they can wake up and vote for the NRM.
As long as the voters exercise their rights to elect their leaders, there was no need for term limits in Uganda.
I know him. I know how he operates. I know how he thinks.
There are ways you can go around these obstacles.
Why should I conduct myself as if I am Muyai?
It's absolutely true. I admired President Museveni.
Is the ICC a fascistic code targeting African leaders?
You cannot tell me that the whole trouble Kenya had revolved about only the 2 individuals.
The money is not in the budget of this financial year.
You can't beat God. You see, God is polygamous also. Look at Jeremiah chapter 31.
The security of this country will largely depend on the contribution that the people make.
I was going to my hall, someone came from my back and was
how tugenda okwebaka ekiro yanga mwami omanyi olakeko nange omulundi gw'ogusembayo.
I went to the nurse and I asked why is it that our father is negative and for us we are positive.
Every time I find a story of assault of one person to another, I get disturbed.
Mwayombye ekiro lwaleeta suzeewo lwe bakwokezza naze poza kimu nti mujja wange yanjokezza.
Kino ekyafa kino kyali kyakulira muno mu lubuto.
The Irene I know just loves music and loves to sing. I've never seen her even smoke a cigarette.
The days of legal trade in slaves are history, following its abolition in the 1800s.
They tie you like this. That's when I started getting past.
Everybody has a story, but yours will only become our story when you share it.
Ekifo ekimu kissa wamusu n'ekyalo ekiweddeko abamanye bakiraza mumwa. Tugenda kutuuka gy'oli oyogere naffe ebikwata ku kyalo kyo, embeera mw'okolera, ebyobufuzi, ebyobulamu n'ensonga endala nnyingi. ebyogerwa tebiyita tuusa eddoboozi lyo yogera naffe buli lwakuna otereevu ku NTV akawungeezi.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Good morning. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're still at the rooftop of the Kampala Serena Hotel. It's 20 minutes on to 9 o'clock. And talking sport this morning, Isma. Good morning.
Good morning.
Maybe looking dapper in her pink.
Thank you, Brian.
Finally, deserting the English earrings.
Yeah. You know, I was just thinking, I'm now American. Can I change my accent to speak like an American? Even if the Americans lost, but I'm American now.
Yeah.
Not British anymore.
Did you take your bad luck to America? Like I fear for Brian here. Costa Rica were winning. Now Brian supports Costa Rica. I fear for them in that quarterfinal on Saturday against the Dutch.
Holland has Visirani, so we are going to beat them. But last night, another bad performance from Argentina. Messi was doing well. What a World Cup.
Narrow escape there for the Argentines because they drew goalless with the Swiss, and the game didn't look like it would have a goal, and it was actually goalless after the 90 minutes, even if I would say Argentina with the better side. They had kept the ball up to around 68%, but they're a bit too predictable, and that is extremely disheartening to where Argentina play. They look a little bit too predictable. You know that if you stop Di Maria and Messi, the other guys are not offering anything going forward. And you know, we had all made a lot of noise about how good they are going forward. But from what I've seen so far in the World Cup, and this probably was a pinnacle of what they can and can't do, is that as individuals, they are doing very well with the ball. But as a team, you don't see that telepathy and a pattern with their attack. So it's a bit of a problem. But eventually, Messi knew he had to decide the game. He actually tried to decide it, if you remember, in the 87th minute when he went on a run, beat about 3-4 Swiss red shirts who just had, you'd call it a bus like we call it these days, but I would call it a wall because the Swiss were brilliant, I thought, for me last night. Then eventually, when that failed, in the 117th minute, which for me is, that time of the game is one I remember because the time when Iniesta scored that goal back in 2010 to win Spain the World Cup. In that same minute, Messi went on another mazy run and then set up Angel Di Maria to win Argentina the game. They've labored through the World Cup, but they keep getting results, and that's what matters. And even the things that we didn't think they'd do well, they've done very well defensively, with the exception of the 2 goals they conceded against Nigeria. They are very hard to get by, Mascherano and Zabaleta. So defensively they did a good job, even if the Swiss had their chances. And Argentina should count themselves lucky on two fronts. One, in the first half, Josip Drmic, the Nuremberg striker, had a chance to bury them. And he opted to play back pass to Sergio Romero. I don't know why he did that. Then, just after Argentina took the lead, wow, the Argentina must be having a goal. No wonder the Pope is Argentine. Because how does that not go in? Zemali.
I was about to say the South Americans pray more than the Europeans.
From just 4 yards, he strikes the woodwork, and then the ball is back to him, and the next chance is just marginally wide, and the Argentines are through. It's a game of fine margins. That's the thing I've kept on insisting with the African teams brand, and you've gone on and on about them. It's a game of fine margins. Argentina knew this was going to be a tough game. I remember telling you, yes, this is probably the toughest game Argentina will play, because I have a lot of respect for Maitsfield, who retired yesterday after losing that game. After several years of coaching, I was 65, who was coaching the Swiss. And I thought he knew how to organize. I thought Argentina were going to find this tougher than against Iran. And in terms of result, they did.
Yes.
I thought this was going to be a very, very tough game. But eventually, cometh the hour, cometh Messi. The shortest man on the pitch decides big games.
Nice way to put it.
Now, Belgium and America, indeed, they excited me. Tim Howard, I think that was amazing. He's being hailed as a hero in his native American. I wonder what Everton will be saying.
He's supposed to be
Heart-stopping, short-stopping with his foot. That was a beautiful picture. I mean, I think they are saying he has saved some of the most goals. Anyway, tell us, Belgium, are they still the underdogs?
Now that they're in the quarterfinals and they play Argentina, they won't feel like an underdog anymore. But that's like I insist at this stage, the game is of fine margins. I thought the Americans could have won it too. They could even have equalized right at the end, deep into extra time to send it to a penalty shootout. Had Clint Dempsey not missed his chance. But I thought the Belgians, who came in here as dark horses, I think...
Darker than the Americans?
Yeah. Dark horses coming into the World Cup. I thought... in the 90 minutes, they've not given me enough to show that they're going to win games comfortably. And that's what they were doing in the group stages. But yesterday, they had chances that they didn't bury. And like you said, Tim Howard was the difference between probably the USA losing 4-0 in the 90 minutes and then drawing goalless to send that game into extra time. Eventually, Kevin De Bruyne getting the goal, and then Romelu Lukaku. Of course, Romelu Lukaku coming on and having a big impact on the game. Set up De Bruyne for the goal, for the first one. Yeah, Congolese-born Belgian. Then he scored the winner, and that's the way you win games. And Belgians should be pretty happy. Mark Wilmots has got them to the first quarter final since 1986. It's quite some time since they were there. So this generation that is called the Gold Generation in Belgium are probably delivering on all fronts. Everyone is willing to go and probably get to the quarters. Now they're here. Can they kick on? They have Messi to worry about when they get to the quarterfinals.
What do the quarterfinals look like? Tell us who is beating who, especially.
Costa Rica will beat Netherlands.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but this starts on Friday. That's at 7 p.m. So we take a bit of a breather today and tomorrow. So that will be a very good time for us because
people can catch their flights and watch the games. I hope the Italians are home by now.
Yeah, really? But I think when the NBA playoffs ended, I never imagined staying up these very extremely late hours. But now all these games have had a bit of extra time. So probably these 2 days are a lot of catching up on so many of the things I haven't done, especially in terms of bed hours. But then on Friday at 7 p.m., Brazil, Chile. That would be the first of them. Sorry about that. Brazil, Colombia. Yeah, you have that. Yeah. Brazil, Colombia. The C's are just confusing me.
That's supposed to be a tight game.
That should be a tough one because teams that know each other very well, and because of the Copa America, these are two South American teams, so should be some kind of derby. And with the things that James Rodriguez has done at the World Cup, should be something for the Brazilian to think about.
He's enjoying media play.
He's really enjoying it, and I see on the back page of the Monitor today. Is still the man, James Rodriguez, the number 10 for Colombia. But then your Costa Rica play at 11 p.m. on Friday against the Dutch. Netherlands always do well at the World Cup except winning it. They were in the final 4 years ago, so they have a chance to go.
That's why Costa Rica is going to beat them.
No, they've played 3 World Cup finals, 74, 78, and 2010. They've won neither. Of course, Costa Rica only in the quarterfinals for the very first time in their history.
And we are going to take it.
Yeah, at 11 p.m. Then on Saturday, probably the biggest of the quarterfinals, France against Germany. That's at 7 p.m. We should be the early fixture.
That's like a World Cup final.
It should be, though many Germans will say they are not in the same class with the French because the Germans have been to every World Cup. As not too far back, 20 years ago, back in 1994, David Ginola and Eric Cantona couldn't take France to the World Cup. So the Germans will count themselves way above the French. They've won this 3 times, and the French have only won it that once back in 1998. But they've looked very good, especially defensive. I think I love the solidity and the telepathy between Sarko, Koscielny, and Varane. That should be very good for the French. But then the last one should be the teams that played last night, Argentina and Belgium, on Saturday at 11 p.m. That should be a cracker like all I've been. But you know where my heart is? That's where my mind is.
Argentina.
Yeah.
I've told you.
You
he supports Argentina.
I want someone to like step on Messi or something. But Di Maria is doing well also.
Yeah.
You can rely on Di Maria.
I think he's grown
in
a
the
lot.
absence of Messi.
He's grown a lot. I think in the years when he first came to Real Madrid after leaving Benfica, he was always that player who extremely consistent, offered you 1 or 2 good games. But now I think he's really come to the party. He's a game winner. We saw him at Madrid last season. I thought when they brought in Gareth Bale, he was going to sulk because he wasn't going to be playing enough. But Di Maria goes and steps on the gas, a better player now, and it's very, very hard to ignore him.
Yeah.
Someone else on a plane home. Is Rafael Nadal?
How happy are you?
No, tell us about this Greek, Malaysian, Australian teenager who is ranked 147 or something.
144.
Outclassed him.
Yeah.
Sending Nadal on a plane.
And Nadal has been digging himself a hole without and getting out of it. Again, he dropped the first set. He had dropped the first set throughout Wimbledon. Yesterday in the 4th round, he did the same against the Greek guy, Nick Kyrgios, whatever the
name is
his name is very hard. Eventually, when Nadal took the second, I thought he would kick on from there like he has done in all the previous games. But oh boy, this 19-year-old boy came to play tennis. He actually was in Nadal's face, attacked the ball more than Nadal did, got out of the comfort of the baseline and came inside and attacked Nadal's serve. And that's where, for me, the game was being decided. But in that moment, my mind couldn't get away from 13 years ago. A 19-year-old Roger Federer came to Wimbledon at the All England Club and beat up on Pete Sampras at the time. Now,
but he wasn't 144.
Wasn't ranked 104, but he was 19. That's the Federer probably, maybe you haven't seen. He had a ponytail. He had a ponytail, he had a lot of hair. He was just a young Swiss kid. Now, that's exactly what this boy has done. Probably now Nadal wasn't a champion, but he's as good a tennis player as you'll get right now. Now, this boy did exactly what, for me, Roger Federer did 13 years ago. Whether this turns out into a Grand Slam, eventually Roger Federer didn't win that Grand Slam because he went Goran Ivanisevic. But 2 years later, Roger Federer came back to Wimbledon and won his first back in 2003. So you'd want to see, there are all these kind of results. I remember 2 years ago, the boy who beat up on Nadal, Lucas Rosso from Brazil. Where has he gone after that? I remember Joe Wilfred Songa back in 2008 beating up on Nadal in the semi-finals and Djokovic beating up on Federer as they met in that final in Australia. Eventually, we know where Djokovic has gone. He's a winner year on year. 2 years ago is probably, for me, the most dominant sportsman anywhere in the world, but he hasn't kicked on. I would love to see these fairy tales grow into real stuff. The same way Maria Sharapova grew from beating Serena Williams when she was underdog at 17 at Wimbledon back in 2004 to winning 5 Grand Slam titles. So something like that, and that was quite a match. Nadal was never there, and it's sad for him that when the quarterfinals get underway today, most people would have loved to be playing. Andy Murray is playing against Grigory Dimitrov. Roger Federer is playing against...
another youngster that they're talking about.
This is Serena Williams' boyfriend, so don't call him young.
No, but they're talking about, you know, this game quite a bit. And that he's a young Federer in a way. And Belgium Beckham. I was looking at all the phrases.
Bulgarian Beckham.
Bulgarian
Beckham, he has that kind of thing. And it's a bit, I think, about the fashion and... he struts a bit of advert selling underwear.
He's not going out with Sharapova now? Who is Sharapova's boyfriend now?
That's Sharapova's ex-boyfriend, now Serena's boyfriend.
He was watching the game.
Yeah, why not watch the game?
Sharapova's game.
No, Sharapova was watching.
Dimitrov. When you
Sharapova was watching, just to...
You want to see them
the
lose.
First cut is the deepest.
Sometimes you want he had a black hat or something.
No, sometimes you want to see them lose. And actually, I think why women probably don't like Dimitrov. He gave an interview at the French Open where he said he doesn't feel comfortable seeing women play tennis because he prefers to watch them sit at home and take care of families.
Wow.
It was totally below
that
the belt.
Sounds sexist.
It was extremely sexist and was criticized. Eventually, the ATP didn't do anything about him. But while he was doing that, probably was hinting at Sharapova, because Sharapova is also headed home. Lost badly yesterday to Ekaterina Makarova. It was lost badly because this was a game that she could have won. This was a thriller. She went a set down, something she's done all year and come back. She took the second, but then eventually lost the third. So you've got to think that what Sharapova did yesterday, she must be extremely disappointed in herself. Brian, because you look at the draw for the quarterfinals and semis, there is only one former Grand Slam winner in the women's draw, Petra Kvitova, who won here back in 2011. And because she had the late game. But all the others, Lina is home, Serena is both Williams are home, Sharapova is home. And I saw Sharapova at the press conference almost trying to fight back journalists because they kept asking, do you think this is a total change of guard? Is this the end of an era? Since all of you have not done well, the ones that are so-called number 1 to 5, is this the end of what you've done over the recent years? And Sharapova was literally saying, no, guys, come on.
It's just a game.
It's just a game. Lina won in Australia, I won in France. So what are you saying that this is the end of an era? But you've got to think that for the Grand Slams I've watched this year, I've not seen all the big stars get very far in the tournament. I've seen Eugene Bouchard do very well, and she's also in the draw. She's Canadian. Then I've seen Simona Halep, the Romanian girl who got the French Open final. There's been a lot of people who have been doing well beyond Serena, beyond Sharapova, beyond Lina, beyond Venus Williams. So I have a lot of expectation in whatever will happen after this because the women's draw is quite open. Only one former Grand Slam winner. I'd love to be in this draw.
Quickly on local sport, the Uganda Cranes. They're supposed to get a regional tour, but now it looks like it's more than that.
Tumbara, remember Tuka telling us?
Yeah, Tumbara.
They were in Mbarara over the weekend and then won their game by a goal to in the 89th minute. Got a goal, I think, from one of the youngsters called Farouk Mia. Eventually got them that result, but now they moved to Soroti this weekend, but thereafter, FOFA have got friendlies. I wonder where they got this from. They are going to be playing against the Seychelles Islands. The team that lost to the under-17s is the team they are going to be playing also at this level of the Uganda Cranes because they are preparing for that game against Equatorial, which isn't too far away. So on July 19th, they are going to host Malawi here. I think that should be on July 14th. Then they have.
They are traveling to Seychelles.
No, the game will be here.
They come here.
Seychelles are
because I was going to ask who pays for that. As far as I know, we are broke.
Yeah, the only thing that I have with African friends is that there is a big problem with the way they are organized. If I'm going to play Equatorial Guinea, I want to play a country that plays similar to what Equatorial Guinea do, the way the rest of the world does it. Probably you'll be playing Gabon and in conditions away from home. Now, because of the conditions that are financial, they are going to host Malawi here. Because Malawi are traveling to Benin, so they find it easy going through Kampala and playing a game here before they continue to Benin. So it's about the convenience. It's good to have friendlies, but I think in Africa's case about the convenience because of the financial details that come with it. That's why I think for getting all these friendlies and all of them at home, that makes it much easier. Because you host a team like Malawi, probably they'll come here and take care of their own allowances, they'll take care of their tickets, and all you have to do is a hotel. Yeah, and that's which is probably cheap, and then the transport to the stadium. So I understand why FOFA want the friendlies. Are they the best friendlies? Probably not. But I think financially that's a situation we can manage. And it's also very good to see most of these young players get a chance before the big boys come for that game against Equatorial Guinea.
Right. Well, quickly, like in 1 minute. Transfers. They are very big, and people are asking questions on Facebook. Update us quickly.
Yeah, mainly I think the ones between the ones involving Chelsea and Liverpool, because Arsene Wenger is at the beach playing beach football. I think you haven't seen the picture. Maybe you should show it when you're doing your news segment in the morning. Maybe because Wenger is there playing football when Arsenal need players.
Football or volleyball?
Football.
At the beach.
He's spending some of the money he's saving.
But Chelsea got Diego Costa because they need strikers for £32 million from Atletico Madrid. And all their strikers last season, that is Torres, Demba Ba, Samuel Eto'o, combined for only 19, where Eto'o got 9. So they need a striker. And as Jose Mourinho has said that repeatedly, they need a striker. Will Diego Costa be the deal? I have my doubts, because of his physicality, and in England he won't be that physical. And then Liverpool have got Adam Lallana. This has been a transfer that has been running through the summer. No, he's totally different because he's going to be playing in the midfield. I think they need a bit of cover there. They only had Felipe Coutinho, the Brazilian, for creativity. Now Lallana would give them another dimension, something they've not had last season, and probably need a bit of depth because they're going to be playing the Champions League 2 games a week that they didn't have last season. So probably Liverpool are doing good business, but for £25 million, give me a break. Lallana is not worth that money.
More details at 1:30 p.m. with Lumansi and Alan and this man. Yeah, he'll be breaking it down. Especially the worth of some players. I've had reports that $50 million for Ian Robin to Manchester United.
Big joke.
Big joke, I know. All right, let's go into your African proper. Wilson Mukasa saying an empty sack cannot stand. Mandingo proverb.
Is that Melbourne Skelton? An empty sack cannot stand.
I think it's true, an empty sack.
But so that is looking at it literally. Look at it literally. You just look at the sack and cannot stand. But it must relate to something.
Must have substance.
You must have substance.
Don't just stand and
must
be something inside.
Yeah? There must be something. Yeah. Probably a flask is only relevant when there is water. All the things we use. Moba is only relevant here on TV because she can speak, not only because of the way she looks. The same to you, Brian. It's not because you're wearing a purple tie and you already say you look good in a purple tie. There must be substance when you speak.
This is my good luck tie.
Yeah, when you open your mouth, I think in the sense of a human being, when people look at you, there is the value that will attach probably to Brian's suit that is grey, and then when you speak, this is empty. This is a sack until you open your mouth.
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji, and Brian Mulondo.
NTV, turning on your world.
Bwana Yesu akugamba akomawodi.
2AM comes your way at 10 p.m. hosted by the most high-rated hosts, Frank.
Bawala bagamba kishe twagala okufungirwa naye bagaya abo tebali serious.
We're confident this will be a smooth ride into our English news bulletin.
Nembala yirire. You are candidates for Hague.
Katukome wotani.
Aro, give me 5 stress, 3 gonorrhea.
Kale muli wano, you think you've brought campasas? Omwana yena sobola gamba super deep. Si miaka jafe.
I'm like, I like my swag too. So what about it? Then she was like, I also like your accent. That village accent. Now.
Okay, why didn't say when you got political Tayaka, no more than a Kajawa.
Katina Kambuza, why are you crying?
I think I'm Big Mitch. Larry Hoover. Put that in Kiprotich's accent.
I think I'm Big Mitch. Larry Hoover.
On the next episode, brought to you by...
At Orange, we know you want to do more on the internet. That's why we bring you happy hour day and night.
La Patrona.
Scenes from the next episode.
Gaston, you've gone too far.
The great madam and the real owner of the dollhouse is Antonia Guerra.
Damn it!
I heard the show.
Well, don't we deserve An applause?
Of course you deserve something. It's this. No, I do. You're the one messing with the wrong person.
We aren't anything. It's over.
La Patrona.
You can download movies at the lowest prices and never fast from Orange. Dial *133# to buy a data bundle. Happy hour changes with Orange. Today changes with Orange.
Emikugujo jirete eri Yesu atalemererwa. Emikugujo jirete eri Yesu atalemererwa. I met a friend in you, so caring to carry all my griefs and all of my pains. I count it a privilege to share every little bit of me with his friend. Do you realize there's a lot of pain that we go through? A lot of weights that we carry about, and it is not necessary. Why go prodigal when God is dying to save you? Kuma omoyo mukwano toina kusula na mbizi kubango uli mumbeja yangu odeka nkulairira chitao akulindiride muganda wange, everything's gonna be alright. Ebikutawanya birete wenjogera kana bimala wachoka. Everything is going to be alright if you only put your trust in God. Tika kumutwe obanga balina Yesu ne batamukozesa bamanyi Katonda waabwe tukole ebyo bwana gwano abagagga bangi bolaba n'olowooza nti kiri bulungi wo kumbe kunnaku kwe batudde n'amabanja fogofogo. Why go prodigal when God is dying to save you? Kuma omwoyo seruganda toyina kusula na mbizi kubanga oli mulangira yangu odeka nkulairira kitaawo akulindiridde muganda wange, everything's going to be alright. Tugende mukwano chimala munju ya tata mukwano oli mulangira okuwona kulyeyo jali nesanyu liryeyo jali byonna byoyagala biri naye mukwano gira tugende. Ono tanti watandekanga abalala bwe bakola olina kigwe nekolera jango oli malaya nagabi mwenna tugende. Wayo amayiro kino gafula obiti kati omwenge gwosamu flash kanga kyayi ofiira ki mwana wa kitange?
twandigenze wani singa tewayamba sebo twandibatewa singa teyalikwe twandigenze wani singa tewayamba sebo singa mukama teyalikulwaffe abalabi banditumazeewo twandifuse akagoma kabwe singa mukama teyalikulwange abalabi bandimazeewo nandifuse akamere kabwe
yogera ne bawulira Katonda munene alina amaanyi lwaki seyansa nga nalinga banayamba bamulyaza amaanyi obutajjukira gye nava nali mwavu nnyo nali musiiwuufu nga ne bonsuula ku luguudo kalooli tezindya Katonda yayamba kati nnyirira ndi muntu mu mikolo bampita kutibwa ssebo buli gye mpita kankutendereze ssebo omutonzi ali waggulu neyanze siimye Katonda wange zaani ali kino kyendi zaani ayogera ne bawulira Katonda munene alina amaanyi leka muyimbire oyo Mukama talekulira yawulira emiranga gyange taata nannyanukula tambula era mmanyi sejuli tenyirira saagala mukumi yenna Katonda wange yammala atoba yampisa wakyamu namponya abaduyi oyo asinga amaanyi asinga abalungi oyo asinga abagagga afande asinga obuyinza osana Katonda wange kankutendereze ssebo omutonzi ali waggulu neyanze siimye Katonda wange zaani ali kino kyendi zaani ayogera ne bawulira Katonda munene alina amaanyi nzikiririza mu ggwe wekka Katonda waba Katonda sikkiriza bw'oba ogaanye so sigaana bw'oba okkiriza bw'ogaana bw'osalawo mbeere kimbi oba nedda kati nga lwaki nkuvaako tekirisoboka kankutendereze ssebo omutonzi ali waggulu neyanze siimye Katonda wange zaani ali kino kyendi zaani ayogera ne bawulira Katonda munene alina amaanyi ne mu maaso g'abalabe bange Mukama ataddewo emmeeza Mukama oli kigo kyange yanumuyaga gwe mubiri setakinga sityenga nga woli sityenga sekangenga oli nange ne mu maaso g'abalabe bange Mukama ataddewo emmeeza Mukama oli kigo kyange yanumuyaga gwe mubiri setakinga sityenga nga woli sityenga sekangenga oli nange ne mu maaso g'abalabe bange Mukama ataddewo emmeeza Mukama oli kigo kyange yanumuyaga gwe mubiri setakinga sityenga nga woli sityenga sekangenga oli nange
Feva. Gendera abaani akonkona.
Omanyi emmotoka yange yali eyabbeeyi gye ndiko mu garage naye empisa bubi kati mbadde nze kunyambako ku ssente oba olinayo ku ssente njagala emitwalo nga 8.
Onobeera mwesigwa n'ozize.
Njakuziza mwekisinga bbiri nja kuba nkomeza.
Mama, umwana alwadde? Yeah. Fever. Yeah.
Grace,
wanji mama.
Genda wa mami Godi, omugamba mpewo ku bintu byange omwana mulwadde.
Kale mama.
Yanguwa.
Mama, mbuno talina sente.
Na sente?
Ye.
Talina sente ati?
Mbuno nzangambe talina sente.
Kyokka namuyamba. Oyo si ye mwami Godi.
Ye.
Tusaba tutwalako.
N'abaana abo bonna nze sina gye nkutwala n'abo abaana bonna mu tebasobola kujyamu.
Nedda tugende saa zigenze.
Zimusanze esiga omuntu ngera bwakola, bwatunuulidde kijja kukumenya.
Mukama yeebazibwa abooluganda. Yakutuuka nga weegomba okuwulira omuntu atuuza. Haleluya abooluganda.
Yesu yekubo kyeki. Temulwande mumurwa. Kasubiza milioni zange 5.
Leka.
Mbadde ndoota ng'omusajja agenda zinsasula.
Leka nawe
ddala n'enzisi
birooto.
Mpa bukadde butaano. Abayi temulwanira
Nagambye ogyemu abantu abo.
Okuba bwatunula akazama.
Bali babadde mu taxi boogera. Tyani asasula abalokole. Ku nguudo baba baleekana. Ne mu kibuga baba baleekana. Mu taxi nga lukolera. Olwo ate ekiro nga bawoola. Ani abasasula oba ne bo bavuma tebayiga. Ffe terya tusasula. Tuba tusitula Yesu waggulu. Tetujja kusirika kimanye. Ffe tuzitula Yesu kati mukola ky'abalokole. Tuyimusa Yesu abaana ba Mukama. Ffe tuzitula Yesu mukola ky'abalokole. Tuyimusa Yesu kamulekana. Tuzitula Yesu buuzanya abasasula. Tuyimusa Yesu waffe. Situla tuyimusa Yesu situla Mukama. Situla Yesu kuba batumusitula. Tuyimusa Yesu ng'ebizimba bibula. Situla Yesu Yesu wamusitula. Tuyimusa Yesu ng'emirimu tufuna. Situla Yesu mukola ky'abalokole. Tuyimusa Yesu abaana ba Mukama. Tusitula Yesu ongamba otya okusirika nga toyinza kumponya. Balala twali ku bitanda ng'ensi twagisibula nga n'entaana mwasima. Yesu ye yatuwonya. Balala emmotoka zeefuula ne tuvaayo nga tutemya. N'abalala sirimu yabasena. Yesu ye yabawonya. Ongamba otya okusirika nga nze mumanye yamponya. Kati mukola ky'abalokole. Tuyimusa Yesu abaana ba Mukama. Tusitula Yesu mukola ky'abalokole. Tuyimusa Yesu kamulekana. Tusitula Yesu buuzanya abasasula. Tuyimusa Yesu waffe. Situla tuyimusa Yesu situla Mukama. Tusitula Yesu kuba betumusitula. Tuyimusa Yesu ng'ebizimba bibula. Tusitula Yesu Yesu wamusitula. Tuyimusa Yesu ng'emirimu tufuna. Tusitula Yesu mukola ky'abalokole. Tuyimusa Yesu abaana ba Mukama. Tusitula Yesu waggulu. Mulokola asitula Yesu waggulu. N'emikwano gye gimwetamwa. Bamutuma n'amanyambu nalwekozo olw'enneeyisa gye yeeyisa. Bwe bateesa bakumpanye boosi gwakolera. Agamba omusaala gumala. Twamala eminitu mansule. Kwolagira mugomesi wamma. Ayambala obubi ng'abalala. Naawe oba omumanyi gwasitula. Bagamba tugende mu kilabu tuzine. Kola sula mu kkanisa ng'asaba. Bavumera ye situla Mukama wamma. Situla Mukama. Kati mukola ky'abalokole. Tuyimusa Yesu waffe. Tusitula Yesu. Kale situla. Tuyimusa Yesu waffe. Erinnya lya Mukama. Tusitula Yesu waffe. Katonda mulamu. Feka tusabe nga bwe museka. Situla bekiruma kibalume kuba betumusitula ng'abalwadde bawona. Kyekitubuliza enjiri baabo mu malwaliro mu makomera enjogere zikutuke.
Njagala wali Mukama nze. Njagala wali. Njagala wali. Twasokera. Njagala kuli. Wali kwa mazima. Kati byokola Yesu tabitegeera. Mukwano tusamu. Njagala wali. Twasokera. Njagala kuli. Wali kwa mazima. njagala wali
wetwasokera
njagala kuli
kwali kwa mazima kati byokola yesu tabitegeera mukwano tumusaamu
njagala wali
wetwasokera
njagala kuli
kwali kwa mazima kati byokola yesu tabitegeera mukwano tumusaamu
wali
wetwasokera
kwagala kuli
kwali kwa mazima kati byokola yesu tabitegeera mukwano tumusaamu
wamwagala nnyo nnyo n'emikwano n'ogigamba nafuna yesu kamala byonna abalala sikyetaaga buli kye wayagalanga n'omusaba ebirwadde byonna biwonya ne ssente n'azikuwa gumumatira nnyo nnyo wamuyitanga jehova jaira wamuyitanga jehova nisi n'omuyita jehova shalom musanyu lingi nnyo kati owulira tokyayagala tokyayagala kumanya esamba yesu ekusaba oddeyo njagala wali
wetwasokera
njagala kuli
kwali kwa mazima kati byokola yesu tabitegeera mukwano tumusaamu
njagala wali
wetwasokera
njagala kuli
kwali kwa mazima kati byokola yesu tabitegeera mukwano tumusaamu wetwasokera kwali kwa mazima kati byokola yesu tabitegeera mukwano tumusaamu
ja sitaani papa tankalanya balabe bange saba kisa kyo mukama
Katonda wo banga akoze binungi bingi musinze tumutende tumuwane ebeneza ewale ife jatutoile musengo wo waikendi tumusinze chibumba wo waikendi tumutende musinze tumutende tumuwane Ebeneza, ewale ife jatutoile musengo wo waikendi tumusinze chibumba wo waikendi tumutende musinze tumutende tumuwane Ebeneza, ewale ife jatutoile He has made me his own son. By his blood he has set me free. He's the Lord of Lords, King of Kings, of the universe. Jesus saved my life. He has changed my life. He has lifted me. The devil is under my feet. I give him all the praise. I give him all the glory. That's why me wanna sing it to the Lord. That's why me testify his goodness. Musengo wo waikendi tumusinze chibumba wo waikendi tumutende musinze tumutende tumuwane Ebeneza, ewale ife jatutoile musengo wo waikendi tumusinze chibumba wo waikendi tumutende musinze tumutende tumuwane Ebeneza, ewale ife jatutoile Irukira mukagwa ngokali kumufuno oyo ibizibu byene walina bingi mikwano gyo yakuchawa baganda babu bona bakuchawa kukwayo lunaku luwe mufuno oyo ibizibu byene byagolola abakuchawa abaisiso oyo nabakuleka bona ntibaise
turning on your world.
Sometimes children have amazing ideas, but they can lead to tough stains. And for tough stains, there's new Omo Fast Action. Its super fast cleaning technology removes stains fast. New Omo, no one removes tough stains faster.
At Orange, we know you want to do more on the internet. That's why we bring you Happy Hour day and night, where you get 1 GB of data from as low as 2,500 shillings. So you can download movies, video games, heavy files, video conference, catch soccer online at the lowest prices and the fastest speeds on the market. And do all you have always wanted to do with Happy Hour day and night. Another fast from Orange. Dial *133# to buy a data bundle. Happy Hour changes with Orange. Today changes with Orange.
On the next episode, brought to you by...
At Orange, we know you want to do more on the internet. That's why we bring you Happy Hour day and night.
Log in.
This week on Login, Nation Media Scoop's Majority Awards in the RTV Awards. Dr. Jose Chameleon Unplugged. All this Wednesday, 7:30 p.m.
You can download movies at the lowest prices another fast from Orange. Dial *133# to buy a data bundle. Happy Hour changes with Orange. Today changes with Orange.
This program is rated R15. It is for ages 15 and up. It may contain strong violence, nudity, and coarse language.
I still say I should wear the crown.
Slap the shit. Welcome to the African Queen. Come right in, ladies. Right this way. Thank you. Oh, I love this.
Okay, gang, listen up. I want you to open your books to page 600. About 602, you're going to find an illustration on blood in the vascular. Ruben, enough with the graffiti, into the biology, huh?
We can work together.
Give me your finger.
Whoa, come on, we grabbing me, girl.
Finger.
You cut me!
Keep it down, gang. Keep it down. I got a couple
Something
of
funny?
announcements. The cap and gown fitting is on the floor.
Oh, your mother's.
Mr. Jackson wants everyone to know how pleased he is with the turnout for the condom demonstration and dispersal. Yeah, go figure.
I'm type O.
The senior breakfast has been set for May 10th. Bring your parents. Look, when you're finished with your blood typing, turn to page 158 in the text.
You are AB.
Let's do it again.
Why?
Something's wrong.
What?
I'm AB.
Zora, what's the matter?
Zora!
Is that good? Okay. I'm gonna pull. What are you going to school?
Ma, you lied to me.
What are you talking about?
Before Dad died, you had an affair. You slept with someone else.
Thank God this happened on one of my work days.
Shut up.
Your blood type is A, Charlie's was O, and I just came out AB. Ma, that is not genetically possible.
Look, why don't we go somewhere and talk about this quietly? Come on, okay?
Oh.
Hey, excuse me. Take care of this.
Wait, you don't have to go anywhere.
Ma, it was a sperm bank. That is undignified.
Well, maybe to some people. I mean, but hey, I just lost the biggest love of my life. And I thought maybe I could make myself another. Sit down. And I did, and I got you. I never wanted you to find out like this. I really wanted to tell you before this. I was chicken. And I'm sorry, because this was not the right way for you to find out.
It's okay.
You sure?
It's okay. You have no idea who the guy was?
No. I mean, listen, the door opened, a tray came in, and he was this tall. Okay? What? It was in a little vial. I didn't know what to say. It didn't speak. How could I know who it was? I didn't care. I asked for the best they had. You know, black, smart, not too tall. All the things you are. And look what they made. They made magic. They made you.
So you bought sperm?
Yes, I bought the sperm.
How much did it cost?
Why?
I just want to know.
Are you gonna buy some?
No.
It doesn't matter, come on. Would it make you feel better if I said it was free? Somebody just handed it to me on the street and I used it at home? It doesn't matter.
But Ma, I could have a father.
Let me tell you something. You had a father. His name was Charlie, and he was the best. It was great. Life is great. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, are you sure you even want a father? I mean, they can be real assholes sometimes.
Look, you don't have to do this. I'm prepared to go alone.
No, that ain't it. Well, and besides, I might get a chance to meet my future father-in-law.
TK, please.
What? You the one said you wanted to marry me?
Yeah, but I was 7.
Yeah, well, you was a mature 7.
Just be my friend, T. Boyfriends come and go.
Baby, I'll come and go. Where do we start?
You nasty.
Yeah, you better take advantage of this. I might not live down the street for the rest of your life.
Take the first exit off the bridge.
All right.
Left. Make a left at the light.
Hey, look, girl, at some point you gonna have to tell me where we going now. I ain't the one to be following you around like some honey-do sucker.
Why not? You've been doing it for years. Are the rules suddenly changing?
Look, just tell me what the sign on the building is gonna say.
California Cryo Bank.
What kind of bank is that?
Sperm Bank.
All right, that's it. I'm making a U-turn.
No, but wait, it's right there, T. Look, for 17 years, I thought he was dead, but it's not true. I have a father.
Oh, I see. So you think you just gonna walk up in here and say, oh, excuse me, 17 years ago, a man came in to make a deposit. He looked a little like me, maybe?
Be quiet.
Oh, well, anyway, could you give me his name and his number? Because he's my daddy.
Honeydew, shut up.
Can I help you?
Yes, I have a friend here who's interested in donating.
No, you don't!
He's a little shy.
Shirley, for today, he needs to fill out the forms and leave blood and sperm samples. Only 15% of applicants end up becoming donors. If he qualifies, he will be paid $40 per donation, with no more than 3 deposits allowed per week.
Oh, thank you.
Look, hey, come on, Z. I can't just go in there and wrestle with the bald-headed champ.
What's the big deal? It's not like you've never done it before.
That's my business.
Are you ready? We have
magazines as well as videotapes. Which would you prefer?
The videotapes, please.
This way, please.
He'll have to do the rest alone.
Oh, I just need to use the bathroom.
Second door on the right.
Thanks.
Mommy. Hey, come on, man.
Oh, yeah, now we're talking.
Sorry. No creams or lotions. They get into the sample. Please don't grab the sink during collection. One man ripped it off the wall. We pay by volume. You must reach the top line, even to be considered. Any questions?
Well, yeah, how am I supposed to fill this up?
Good motility.
Yeah, it's very good.
Counts up from last time.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare the August drink.
I ain't doing it.
Is somebody in there? What are you doing here?
I thought this was a bathroom.
I'm calling security.
I didn't do anything.
Nurse, I need another cup. Sir, where you going?
I found my father.
Very young, very cute. Hello there, can I help you?
Hi, I'm looking for Hal Jackson.
Well, look no further.
Is he inside?
You're talking to him.
To Halbert Jackson?
The one and only.
You're white.
Well, that's true, darling. But when we're alone in the dark, what difference is that gonna make?
No, see, I'm looking for the Halbert Jackson whose social security number is 540-829789.
Are you a process server?
What's
Did my ex-wife send you? Because, God damn it, we settled all that alimony shit last year. No more legal crap. She agreed.
No, wait! I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about your ex-wife.
Oh, hell, I'm late. Don't get me wrong, I think we're good together. We got a thing, a connection, but I gotta go. So you want to keep talking, why don't you hop on in here? Come on, make up your mind, honey. I gotta get to work. Coming or going? Well, that's a shame.
No!
Oh, there you go. All right.
Where do you work?
Jackson Motors. Because real cowboys are strong and tough. So are American trucks. And don't forget, Pal's your pal. What'd you say your name was again?
Zora. Zora Matthews.
Wait a second now. Are you the young lady that Daryl's been telling us about?
I don't think anyone's told you about me.
Hey, Diego! Front and center. Oh, my. Lady over there laughing at the ground. Ah, women. Gotta love them.
Morning, boss.
You're late. Well, of course I'm late, Teddy. Hello there, folks. How y'all doing? Jesus Christ, a bear? You said llama.
I may have mentioned llama. We did a focus group, and bears are really big right now.
Boris is getting restless, Dale.
Did you hear that? You better go put on your suit.
Now, this is bullshit, Teddy. Now, we're done with circus. You promised me barnyard. Chickens, geese, cows, beavers. Who is this guy?
He's the trainer. Now, you like the zebra?
Hell, I like the zebra.
You love the chimp, remember? Little Larry?
Larry, yeah, I like Larry. Couldn't drive with shit, but I like him.
Bear's got to work now. He hadn't eaten yet.
What the hell happened to
him? Nothing.
The light shit. Total shit. Now, we had a 7 o'clock call. We've been waiting for hours. What's the problem?
Why are we using this asshole? I told you I never wanted to see him again. We're shooting a truck commercial. He thinks it's gone to the goddamn wind. What the hell's that supposed to mean? The bear hadn't eaten yet. Hey, Jose.
It's technical.
Technical, my ass. Hello there, Bobby. Don't give him away. Oh, red light. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you look beautiful.
Green light. Look, selling cars is what you do. Advertising is what I do. Will you please put on the suit? The bear's on the clock, and you're killing me.
Yeah.
Hi. Listen, we're getting 40 new trucks in an hour. Laura's going for takeout. What do you want?
3 packs of Marlboros and some cheese. Yeah, some cheese.
You okay?
Much better.
Are you the girl Daryl was telling us about? No, you couldn't be her.
Thank you.
He's trained, right? I mean, he's done this before, right?
Stand back now.
I look like my mother. M is for the million things you gave me. Oh, uh-oh. No. Look at that sheet. Come on. God damn. Oh. The hell is this?
I need to talk to you.
Oh, hey, you think you could help me with this? I kind of got stuck. Here, just hold on to this. Now, when I say go, you pull. All right, go.
You've got Detroit on line 4. Oh, my God.
I'll call back later.
That must be the girl Daryl's been telling us about.
Hell, look. Listen, Zorro, I think you're sweet and everything, but...
Zora.
Zorro, whatever, but, you know, I'm not really into this whole black-white thing, and right now I got myself a commercial to shoot, but hey, let's stay in touch, all right? Ciao!
But I need to talk to you. It's really important. Will you please just listen to me?
I'll listen to you.
Okay. Does this make us ready?
Yes, we're ready.
What, is he wearing this?
He looks great.
Which with the what the hell is
Oh,
this?
here, hold on.
Okay, we're ready to run a rehearsal, everybody.
Boris should meet Hal.
Hal, you gotta meet the bear.
All right, I'll meet the bear.
Easy now.
Hello, bear.
Whoa. Good.
Whoa.
Down, Boris. Good boy, Boris.
Get off.
Now, pay attention. Now, you're going to walk him past the row of trucks with this chain. Now, remember, keep your eyes forward at all times and let me work the bear. Uh-oh. Eyes forward. Good boy. Down, Boris.
Down, Boris.
Eyes forward. Now, do not touch the bear on the back of the head. And no whistling whatsoever. If you have to sneeze, raise your hand and make a signal to me, and I will protect you. No sudden moves. Down, Cora. Eyes forward at all times. No sudden moves.
Eyes forward, no sneezing, no whistling.
Boris is the only working male bear in the country with a full set of teeth and claws.
Teddy! What? Oh, it's gonna look great. Let's shoot the rehearsal just in case. Shooting the rehearsal, people!
Okay, it looks fine. I'm dying here. Is that big enough? Can you read that?
This is Hal Jackson.
Fine, he's ready.
Asking you to.
Remember, no sudden moves.
Do it. No,
This
no,
is Hal
cut.
Jackson.
Go
No
ahead,
closer
right
now.
away.
You see that wire?
Gonna do the
It's
same
hot.
thing instead of-
Keep Boris back.
All right, here we go.
This is Hal Jackson from Jackson Motors, asking you to bear in mind there's a reason so many of us come down here for
I have
cars
to talk
and
to
trucks.
you.
Not now, Teddy.
I need a flag set.
Teddy, handle this,
Do you
will
hear me? No,
This is Hal Jackson.
I'll tell you this myself. I need to have this conversation with you. Do you hear me? I need to tell you something.
Well, tell me then, whatever it is, just say it, damn it. You're driving me crazy.
You're my father.
What?
This is great. Shoot him! Shoot him!
You heard me. Hurry there.
Mother! Please call 911!
That bear has never done that before.
Except that once.
Somebody help! Please! Piece of shit car! Where's the guy with one arm? Mister! Hey! I'm here for you, babe. It looks fabulous. Cut! That's a wrap, people.
This is bullshit. I mean, you're black, I'm white. This is bullshit.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't believe it either. This whole thing is horrible. I mean, I've always been sort of light, but God, not
Well,
this.
there you go. There you go. It's a mistake. Oh, ow, hell, look at that. Shoot.
So you never donated any sperm?
I didn't say that, but for God's sake, was my understanding the whole thing was anonymous. Otherwise, I sure as hell wouldn't have done it.
It was anonymous. I just found the records.
Well, what the hell's that supposed to mean, you found the records?
I took the records from the computer.
God damn it, don't you have any respect for privacy? Can I help you? No. Go on, shoot.
Don't you think a person has the right to know who her parents are?
No, I don't. Besides, you got no real proof. Stolen medical files don't add up to a hill of beans in my book. Will you excuse me for a second there, Alberta? Thank you, darling.
Well, we could take blood tests and find out.
You're missing the whole point. Look, suppose I am your... Suppose I'm the, Suppose we knew that I was the contributing party. I mean, why are you telling me this? You need a spare kidney or some bone marrow? I mean, for Christ's sake, it was conception in a plastic cup. Look, you seem well-adjusted, like a good kid. I ain't got nothing to offer you except maybe a deal on a new truck or extended warranty and finance, and otherwise, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
Lucy, I'm home. These hearings are a form of torture. Okay, what's going on?
I'm just making dinner.
Just making dinner, huh?
I just wanted to make sure that you knew that even though we fight, I think you're a great mom.
This is major. Oh! I hate when you do that.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm up. All right. All right. How many guesses do I get? All right. Did James fall asleep listening to that Judy Garland tape and burn down the bookstore? All right. You didn't get accepted to MIT. Are you pregnant? Listen, stop. Stop this. Stop. For 1 second. Tell me what's going on.
Ma, I found my real father today, and he's a mean... What
did you do?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Mommy's here. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Ma? You haven't heard the worst part.
What?
He's a car salesman.
Car salesman?
Yeah. And Ma, you're not gonna believe this, but, he's a white car salesman.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? What? He's like white?
White.
You mean he's like a creamy eggshell kind of tan?
No, like white, like totally white, like a white guy.
No, you mean that he was so light you thought he was a white guy?
No, he's so light, Ma, he is a white guy.
What do you mean he's white?
I'm sorry.
I don't want a white. What is he doing being white?
He's white.
I didn't ask for a white man. I distinctly asked for a black man.
Well, did you see the guy? I mean, was the guy black?
Didn't I tell you the man came in on a tube? He was in the tube. I couldn't see anything.
Well, you should have asked to see him.
Don't kill me. Kill me. No, don't kill me. You know what? I'll kill myself. How's that? What do you mean he's white? I can't believe wait, you know what? Forget it. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's no big deal. Hell, your hair's always been fine, so what? You're a little bit lighter than me. Big deal.
Right, and I mean, look at Lacey and Risa. They're both really light, and both of their parents are really dark.
They're my complexion.
And look at those kids on the Cosby Show.
Oh, please, let's not get into that.
You know they're mixed, right?
Well, of course they're mixed.
Okay, well, then we can never really tell.
Who's going to tell? Who cares? Are you going to tell somebody? No. I'm not going to tell somebody, so let's eat.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma, it's even worse.
Oh, please, what?
It's Hal Jackson.
Who?
Hal Jackson. Because real cowboys are strong and tough, and so are American trucks.
You mean the schmuck on the television with all the animals? How's your pal?
It's my dad.
This is Hal Jackson from Jackson Motors, and this is Larry. Larry and I just saw Thelma and Louise together, and we figure if those two gals can see America, then hell, it's high time we did too. The old-fashioned way. Behind the wheel of a top-of-the-line American vehicle. Sit down there, Larry, and grab the wheel. Here, turn around and grab the wheel. There you go. You're driving today, son. So come on down to Jackson Motors and see the specials we got going on cars and trucks. It could change your life. I know Larry's gonna change mine. Larry's my pal. Don't forget, Hal's your pal. Give me 5 here, Larry. All right, grab your pistola here and let's go. Adios, folks. Go on, you can pick your nose later. Grab the wheel. Let's do some driving.
Idiot.
Oh, Lord. Stupid bear.
You are beautiful because you are you, unique and individual. But maybe you don't believe this because your beauty can't easily be seen. Maybe you have unwanted extra weight. Maybe bad skin. Maybe poor posture. Maybe facial hair. Close your eyes right now and visualize these negatives disappearing. See the new, more beautiful you emerging. Imagine.
Good morning. I need to speak to somebody in your records department.
We're looking for books on weddings.
Her daughter Cindy's getting married.
Finally.
Well, that's nice, but I only carry books with traditional African ceremonies.
Well, that's a start, I guess.
Yes. Look, 17 years ago, I purchased
You mean over here?
See it?
We can't find the wedding books.
Over by the voodoo dolls.
Oh.
Sperm. I bought sperm. I asked for an African American. I don't think that's what I got. I filled out all of these forms. Nobody seems to be able to tell
Are the
me.
books in order of subject matter or by author?
Author.
Who's the author of the wedding book?
Babe, I'm on the phone here.
I don't know. My life is hanging in the balance, and you want to talk to me about authors. Would you just do your thing?
What thing?
Look, I just don't think I got what I paid for.
Come on.
Why? Why do all complaints have to come in writing? It's obvious to me you people can't read.
Do the Urban Bushwoman t-shirts come in petite?
What exactly is an urban bushwoman?
Me! I'm an urban bushwoman. I'm an urban bushwoman.
Oh.
No, this is not a mix-up. A mix-up is when you order hamburger and cheeseburger. Or when you bring your clothes to the dry clean, they give you somebody else's clothes. That's a mix-up. What I'm talking about is a major mistake in my life.
I hate it when the dry cleaners make mistakes.
Oh, and they say the chemicals in dry cleaning are very bad for you.
I know.
Who are you people? Shut up. Get away from my counter. I'm busy. Go over there until I finish this conversation, and then I will help you.
Well, all right. Gee.
Now listen, all you have to do is... Hello? Hello?
Attitude is very important to your health.
Well, her attitude isn't very helpful.
No, but her necklace is very interesting.
That explains why you like that surfing music shit, huh?
That is not funny, T.
That's messed up, a white dude.
I should have never told you.
No, that's cool. Hey, didn't Dude say he could get you a deal on a truck?
Yeah, right. That's amazing, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy difference between factory sticker and what they actually charge you.
Big deal, T.
It is a big deal. Come on, you know my parents would get me a car for my graduation.
Look, I'm taking you down there just to show you the place, not to get you a deal on a car, so get over it, all right?
You just mad because you white.
Shut up, shut up.
How many trucks sold this morning? Oh, come on, folks. First rule of sales, enthusiasm.
Hell, there's a guy coming in here.
Good morning, darling.
Walk the dog.
Look at this. Toyota lowered prices.
All right. How much?
5% across the board.
Well, hell, that makes me feel great.
Didn't make any of us feel great.
That's because you're missing the big picture, Jose. They had to lower prices. We got ourselves a better product. You know, all you need is conviction of belief. I'll bet you $100 I can nail the next person to walk through that door.
I'm in.
Hey, I can do that.
All right,
That's
little
my
knife
money.
in here. Who's holding, Paula?
I am.
All right, there you go. Here. Contract signature from the next person to step inside.
But if not, forget the money, just lower prices.
All right. How much you got there, Paula? Piece of cake. Hold that for me, will you? Can I have my hat, Paula? Hey there! I'm Hal Jackson. Welcome to the best selection, the finest built cars and trucks this side of Detroit.
Don't touch me.
Well, of course not. No, ma'am. Well, hell, I understand what's happening here. There's a recession going on. I'll tell you what. No down payment. Now, you looking for something special today?
Yeah. Your head on a stick.
This is gonna be a tough sale.
Well, now, is it just trucks you have a problem with, or is it me?
Just you.
Say, are you the young lady who's from the animal rights group?
No, I'm not. I'm Zora Matthews' mother.
Oh. Wow. Well, all right. You want to step inside for a minute?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn, check that out. Hey, maybe I'm making a mistake getting a truck.
I think we might be making a mistake by coming down here.
No. It's kind of flashy, but flashy can be good.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hi.
You look better, a lot better.
Flashy can also mean you're real.
This is tea cake.
You her little brother?
Kiss my ass. Excuse me, nice to meet you, man.
Cute.
Let's get something straight right now, okay? There's no way you're the father.
I knew there was some kind of screw-up.
Yeah, well, I ordered a black man.
Well, thank God.
So, what seems to be the problem?
What seems to be the problem? I'll tell you what the problem is. My daughter came to you to pour her heart out, and you offered her a kidney. Now, who the hell do you think you are?
Oh, now, wait a second, ladies. She caught me off guard. I mean, I donated an ounce of sperm 18 years ago, and today some kid wants to call me daddy.
Excuse me, she does not want to call you daddy.
Fool the hell out of me!
Oh, did it? Why does that surprise me? Because you are a fool. You know what else you are? You are the scum that clogs up the cable stations. And you know what else? Even if you were black, I wouldn't like you. So you stay the hell away from my kid. You understand?
Now listen, who's following who around? She came to me first. I tell you what, you keep her away from me.
Are you giving me face?
What the hell's that mean?
Good morning. Could I interest you in...
No.
For two.
Hello. Can I interest you in a test drive of a new model car or truck?
Well, yeah, I'll look at whatever you want to show me.
Well, good. Why don't you come this way?
Me or my daughter?
I had no intention of judging you or your...
Oh, great.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, good question.
The question really is, what are you doing here?
Look, wait a minute. Does anyone mind if I have a cigarette?
Yes, I do mind.
Ma, this is his office.
But these are my lungs. Let him kill himself and not me.
All right. Well, how about a drink, then? You got a problem with that?
No, I don't. Why don't you make it two?
Well, Ma, I don't believe this. Ma, you never drink hard liquor.
What a shame.
Make it a double.
All right, one drink. Come on up.
You know, I noticed that you're having a hard time keeping yourself in school these days. Thank you.
I just wanted to talk to Hal.
You know, a good education is invaluable, young lady.
She knows that. She's going to Berkeley next fall.
Oh, I wanted to go to Berkeley.
I got into MIT, and that's my first choice.
Yeah, well, she doesn't really want to go all the way to Boston.
Yes, I do really want to go all the way to Boston.
Well, we can't afford it, can we?
My science teacher is helping me with scholarships.
You know, she's always winning stuff like that. I mean, it's the best. Look at her. I mean, she's so cute. She's so smart. Look how cute she is.
Mom.
What a porno.
Mom, don't start.
Sorry.
First, you don't want me to go to Boston. Now I'm winning all these awards. What?
Well, I just think that you could take all the awards you win and use them in Berkeley.